All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. Out here once again on the Saturday to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom that we're living in. You know, but before we get into the scriptures, of course, giving all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Akakwadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, safety, much love, and blessings to the elect of Israel. So we out here once again. You know, if you've been in tune to the news this past week, you know it's been a lot of scare of famine. You know, the pestilence already been here, but now the Lord is about to crank up this famine on this place. It's been ships out there in the, not just the Pacific Ocean, but the Atlantic also, just sitting in the water. They can't unload their freight, and they say because of lack of workers and everything moving slow. No, it's another reason behind that, because that's never been like this before. And they telling you. They also mentioned to if you whatever you plan to get as far as holiday shopping, go ahead and do it now. They let you know they're going towards the winter time. A lot of stuff gonna be cut off out here. Right. Prices are gonna be super high, and people gonna be left stranded without food. You know, some people gonna be left without, certain resources they need medicine, things like that, because everything is slowing down. And real soon it's gonna come to a halt altogether. So without further ado, let's start with that. Let's start with the Zephaniah.
All right, this is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 10. Verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, and they that bear silver are cut off.
Yeah, man. Everybody that got money, especially tied up into certain banks. Hey, what you gonna do when you wake up one morning and you don't have a bank account and your whole life is in there? You gonna lose your damn mind. What you gonna do after that? And you need food. You gonna run to your neighbors. You gonna run up in their houses. People gonna start robbing, stealing, killing, and it's gonna be all out crazy out here, man. Right. All out chaos. Hey, Slock, you got it up.
If I could say, brothers in the group text were talking about the banks, how they were closing down at Bank of America. And when I was at work, there was one Jake that was talking about Wells Fargo in certain locations were closed due to the COVID scare. They said a couple people came in that had the C-19 and they had to close the place up. So, there's nothing new under the sun. Like you had countries like Greece, I think it was like 2016, where they had bank runs where people would just run into the bank to take out all their money. And there was a certain point where they couldn't take the money out, so there was all out chaos in the streets.
Even during the pandemic, I went to my bank one day and they had said drive-through only. They had shut down the inside, and then you couldn't even really get through the drive-through. So hey, that's soon, man. That's gonna be like everywhere you go. These banks ain't gonna be able to give you your money. They're not gonna have money. Money is not gonna exist unless you take the MOB, the chip. So if you can go to verse 10, right above 11, what you was just reading.
This is Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills.
Yeah, the fish gate was back then a spot for trading.
Y'all on this some shit, I'm telling you. It's happening.
Damn right.
Hey,
right.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's happening.
Hey, see, everybody see this, man.
Yep.
We not just speaking, we not just reading scriptures. These scriptures are faithful and true, man. But like what I was saying, the fish gate was a spot for trading. And they said it was a loud cry at the fish gate. That means the trading was shut off. That means people couldn't spend money like they wanted to. They couldn't buy like they wanted to.
Right.
They couldn't sell like they wanted to. This is what's going to happen to this place. Continue up.
Verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, and they that bear silver are cut off.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Maktesh was I believe a city of Edom, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? I know Maktesh is associated with Esau, Edom, some type of way in the scriptures. But yeah, and they say it was a cry from the hills. That's the hills are represented as the governments. So once that trading stops, once you can't spend money, that's gonna cause this government to shut down. And how do governments, especially over here in America, how do they try and get their economy back up? Once everything they see things about to crash, they go to war.
Exactly. If I can say that's what happened with that's how they got out of the Great Depression.
Yep.
They went to war.
Yeah, almost every time there was some type of collapse or depression, they'll go to war and they'll get the economy back going.
Yep.
But this time it ain't gonna work. This last war, man, it's gonna be this place is gonna be left desolate.
That's right.
Completely obliterated. Thus said the Bible, thus said Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And we see right now, even Esau walked by and said, yeah, we own to something. Of course we own to something. Everybody see what's going on. But
I got this. It says Maktesh is a geological landform considered typical for the Negev Desert of Israel and the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. So right between there.
So yeah, it's right there. So basically, it's a major city. Can you continue in it?
The scriptures.
You were still at 10.
I was actually, I started. I was in 11.
Okay, you already read 11. That's cool. Go ahead and get your precept.
Okay. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yeah, all your entertainment, your music, all that stuff is about to stop, man. Which a lot of this music is trash anyway. Especially this new stuff that's coming out. These up and coming artists, R&B artists, rap artists. A lot of it is a bunch of crap. But all this about to be brought real low, man. And the entertainment, the movies and all that. It's a lot of movies being made. Man, after a while, people ain't gonna be worried about trying to go see a movie. They're gonna be worried about what they're gonna eat.
Yeah.
So the Lord is about to really break this place down, because one of the major money makers and exports of the United States is entertainment. And if people don't want to be entertained no more, that's gonna put a huge hole in this place's pocket. What you got?
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verses 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languish, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Verse 8. The mirth of tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth, the joy endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Verse 9. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. So yeah, a lot of people, man, like we were speaking before camp, a lot of people walking through here from the football game with a pack of Trulies in their hand. They're just drinking their pain away from the fact that, hey, they're in debt. People are getting evicted from their homes. They're not making as money as they used to. Like the brother said, the entertainment is whack. The women, they're not worth a damn anymore. So if the whole orphan's out of course, man. So people have to drink their pain away. Ever since this pandemic hit, there's been higher cases number of alcoholism, man. So people aren't. You might see people, they might have this smile like everything's going on, but deep down inside, they're miserable. They're depressed. They're scrambling. They don't know what to do. So they're drinking the shot, just like, oh man, I gotta do this again. They're sighing. We're sighing and crying for the abominations. They're done in the midst of what we see, man.
Yeah, this place is spoiled for people to the point where when they can't do the things that they used to doing in this place, they get oppressed depressed real easy. So they start leaning towards alcohol. They start leaning towards drugs. And after a while, that's going to stop.
Yeah.
But you got that up.
Okay. Going back to Ecclesiastes 12, going up a verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble like it, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no work out here. It ain't gonna be no work. It ain't gonna be no. I mean, that you can see that now.
Right.
Everybody got now hiring signs. After a while, these places gonna just shut down.
Yeah.
You know, and this place is slowly crumbling right now, man. Right now, you see people still out here enjoying themselves. You know, they coming out. They got their drinks. They about to go party. They about to do whatever the hell they do on Saturdays or whatever. But hey, man, one of these Saturdays, you gonna see people out here. They gonna have guns and they gonna be hunting your ass
Right.
because it ain't gonna be no food,
Yeah.
no work, no money,
Yeah.
none of that.
If I could say, they're gonna be down here at this grocery store looking for people to pick on because they coming out the store with the groceries. They're gonna be looking to come up off a lick, man.
Yep.
You know, that's what it's gonna come down to.
Yep. Brothers bring this movie up all the time. I forgot the name of the movie, but a famine hit. People was taking everything out the store, and this guy was he was getting some food. The police came in. He put his hands up.
World War Z.
World War Z. Yeah. And he thinking the police about to tell him, "Hey, drop that." No, the police went and started getting stuff himself.
Yeah, because what happened was he had that rifle and he had to shoot the guy that was trying to fuck with his wife.
Right.
And then the cop came in and he thought the cop was for him, but he was in there getting baby food.
Yep. Yeah, man, your military people, your police officers, all of that. They gonna be in the same spirit of just trying to survive, just survival mode.
8% like.
So they ain't gonna be trying to patrol this place no more. Stop people from breaking the law. It's gonna be every man for himself.
Yeah.
You know, what's that? Second entrance 15 to 15. Hey, that's gonna come to pass real soon, man. You got some more on it? Hold on. Yeah, the brother right here already got it.
Second entrance, chapter 15 and verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. The course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, it's gonna be every man for himself.
Right.
It ain't gonna be no damn 911. Somebody run up in your house and want to take your food. The only thing you can do is just sit there and get murdered or hide and let them just take all your stuff. You know, but people gearing up right now, buying all type of guns and artillery. You know, setting their houses up so where people can't get in. You know, Esau been prepared for this. You know, it's really gonna be all people that's really gonna be messed up, man.
Yeah.
Because Jake don't take nothing serious.
Yeah.
Jake love oppression too damn much in this place, and they think it's gonna. Jake got more damn faith in Babylon than Esau do.
Yeah.
Esau know this place gonna go down. Jake think this they freedom. They think this they kingdom. You know, but the Lord got something planned different for y'all. Real quick, let that brother continue on. Continue on up.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, man, these men out there, they're gonna be crying like women, like little children out here, man. Folks gonna be scared. They're gonna be dying of hunger. They're gonna be dying of different diseases. You know, they're gonna be getting shot. You might get shot and still live. You might bleed out slow. Yeah. It's gonna be a painful death, man. You know, all kind of things gonna be going out here, and hey, it's our job to warn the people. And, man, we really. I mean, all you gotta do is look at the news, man. Just look at the news, world news, different world news, ABC, whatever, CNN, they cover a lot of stuff up. But still, you can see what's going on around the world and what's coming to this place.
Yeah, if I can say, you got an actual famine right now in Madagascar. You know, the island that's off the coast of Africa on the east coast?
Yeah.
They have a famine that's due to so-called climate change. You know, Esau is messing up the earth. The whole earth is out of course, but they can't grow crops like they used to in Madagascar. And these people, like, ribs is touching, And you see people in Africa, they got the big stomach, that's full. So this is happening right now. But these dumbass Americans and our people, they don't see what's going on. The scriptures say folly is set in great dignity. That's why in Rome they were distracting people with the bread and circuses. This is the new Rome. All they got to give you a football game tonight. They give you a MMA fight tonight. They give you football tomorrow. Monday night, the next night. It's a distraction from what's really going on. Because down there at this grocery store, hey man, food's going up and it's getting shorter to get your items and goods, man.
And this place really loves its citizens. They would be telling you, hey, start growing this in your backyard.
Yeah.
Start stocking up on these herbs, canned foods, because the supply is gonna be low real soon.
Yeah.
But instead, they distract you with what what's in the news right now? What's the girl that was found dead, Gabby? Yeah. That's this chick was found. One person found dead out of like hundreds a day, but for some reason that's blowing up all over the news. Britney Spears, her, whatever happened with her, that's all I see, man.
Yeah.
It's a distraction, from what's really going on. You got some more in it?
2 Ezra 15-19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yep. Great tribulation and the lack of bread, man. These folks out here thinking that, because they got a full stomach and, they can go get a drink of water, real soon you're going to be doing anything for a small drink of water.
Yeah, prostitution is going to go up, man. Them same hoes probably going to be on the block selling box for a piece of bread.
For a bite of a sucking meat for a crumb.
Right.
They were selling
box.
Same thing.
Yep.
selling boxes of food.
Yeah, these dumbass Americans, they only see what they see in this city alone. They don't, these so-called college-educated people, they don't see what's really going on, right? Because they've been programmed by Esau to just see what they can see outside. They can't see outside what's out their region, man. You ask one of these idiots what's going on in the world, they can't tell you.
They probably don't even know what happened in South Africa.
Ask what inflation is.
I can't even spell hyperinflation.
Go to college, you take economics. They don't even explain to you what inflation is. Or if they do, they don't apply it to what's really happening in the real world.
Yeah.
Dollar stores is not selling goddamn shit for dollars no more. You get cheap ass dish soap, cheap ass bottle. That shit, you use that shit up in a day and a half. You paying $2-3 for that shit now.
Yeah, man. I think gas was like $5 or something over in the West Coast, California.
Like almost $6-7.
Yeah, I mean it was like that here before, and it dropped back down. I think it went up to like $4 or something. Then it went back down. Hey, next time they go up, Lord's willing, it stay up there. Lord's willing, this place just run out of everything. We really want to get out of here, man.
Right.
The faster these things happen, the Lord's willing, the quicker we'll be out of this place.
That's right.
So hey, we're looking for salvation. We're not looking to keep America going. We're not looking for long-term benefits. One day being able to retire and sit back and watch our grandkids and all that. Man, ain't none of that gonna happen here. Yeah. The only thing you can really do now is to pray that the Lord save you and your loved ones.
Right.
Because this place is finished, man.
John, this is 2 Ezra 9, verse 11. And they that have loved my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
That right there alone just put fear in you. Because these are the words, of course, the words of the Lord. But these are, Ezra was given a vision of what was going to happen in these end times. He said the same that you pretty much got time to go back to worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, come back to your original heritage. You know, for you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you know, we also got Israelite foreigners throughout these other nations. You know, the Lord giving us time. He's actually slowly bringing these signs upon us, letting us know He's getting ready to return. Right. They start from the top. But yeah, you know, right now is really the time to get yourself straight. When you see these things happen, it may be too late. Yeah. Try and call on the Lord while the damn missiles coming, man. You think the Lord gonna listen to you then? You've been a nigga your whole life, and right at the last minute, you want to try and get, you know, pray for salvation. And the Lord, he don't work like that. He said He gonna judge you according to your works. Right. And if all your works been a bunch of bullshit, that's what you're gonna get in the end. You reap what you sow.
Yeah, the brother's right, man. Because a lot of you degenerates, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which contains the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, you guys are going to hear men of the Lord screaming out Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai's name. All right? So the brother is spot on. A lot of you people going to hear the name and then think, oh, they calling on the name. That must be his true name. Then when y'all call on it, then y'all ain't going to get saved.
Right. Yeah. Scripture say, everyone that say, Lord, Lord, you know, basically, you know, he not going to listen to you.
God. Say, I never knew you.
Yeah, He going to say, I never knew you. Depart from me. Man, that's gonna be real. That's gonna be painful in itself, man. You know, you know what's going on. You refuse to listen. At the last minute, you try and call on the Lord. You like, nah, man, you ain't got nothing to do with me. Yep. You're 2/3. I made you just to be destroyed. You know, try again when you get reincarnated into the kingdom. Right. You know, because then you know Israel gonna be made perfect. Right now, you know, we are surrounded by sin, surrounded by death, and we need the Lord, man. You know, we about to see. Hey, where you go?
John. 2 Ezra 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made.
Yeah, these are the signs that the Lord said we was gonna see right when He started to visit this place. And man, it's obvious that everything has changed, man. Everything is different. People that don't even know the Bible, that don't even know the scriptures, they like, man, the world about to end soon. Like that one right. Yeah, it's like you say what up.
Like that one guy who passed.
Yeah, just you know,
everybody has a sense in them like this shit is over.
They knew it.
You know,
they best to hold on to that last bit of entertainment to keep them going. You know, going to the Christian church, get the motivational speakers to make them feel good. Yeah. You know, hearing those smooth words, but deep down inside, everybody know they finished, man. Screwed. You got something that's falling. Okay, you can finish that out.
God. Verse 3. Therefore, there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Yeah. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
And that's a prophecy, but that already done started. Yeah. We already seen uproars. The last few years, it's been riots almost on every continent, every country, damn near. Uproars of the people everywhere, man. Earthquakes out of the ordinary, not no small ones, but big ones. I was looking at I was Googling how many active volcanoes there are right now, and it was like 40 something active.
Shit, if I can say, there was an earthquake here in Georgia about 2 weeks ago.
It was
a 2.5 or a 2.9 or something like that.
It was a 4.1.
Oh yeah, it probably went up.
It wasn't nothing real small. You know, you probably would feel it if you was up at that time. You know, but hey, that lets you know that there's something bigger that's coming, man. You know, for a land to not have no earthquakes, to have a 4 point something, that means something, something big is gonna come later. But that's gonna bring a lot of major destruction because, man, these buildings ain't built for that type of that they ain't built for nothing like that.
They ain't built for shit.
They ain't built for nothing.
They
Matter
built.
of fact, we over here now because another building collapsed where we were supposed to be camping at. That lets you know the structure of this place is weak.
We say it all the time. Esau always grades his infrastructure as like a D minus. It's like that's your own shit that you're building, right? It's like, really, because they just build these buildings that pack people in like sardines. That's it. It's people can't see that this is a military tactic by Esau, elongated tactic by Esau. We see it, man. That's why most of all of us live on the outskirts of the city.
Right. I really hate coming to Atlanta. Me too. The only thing I love about coming to Atlanta is teaching His word, man. Right. Other than that, I try and stay the hell away from this place.
Fuck this dirty ass Atlanta. This really is a dirty ass city, man. To be honest, I was rolling through coming from East Bumps on that side. Ain't nothing but fucking bums on the street, man. Trash. It's trash fucking everywhere. It stinks. It's like y'all niggas come to Atlanta to party, and it's just shitty out here, man.
Right.
I be fucking ashamed to say I'm from Atlanta.
Right.
You're dirty. You just like Philadelphia, that dirty ass city, man.
Right. Philadelphia is dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Sodomites walking everywhere.
I went to Philly one time.
Looking at a
I never want to go back.
Right.
Shit wicked as hell. Continue on.
Verse 6. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Yeah, we believe, we have faith that the Lord is going to destroy this place, and before He do, He's going to get us the hell up out of here. That's our faith because it's written. That was written from the beginning, and we living in the times where the Lord is visiting this place, and our faith is stronger than ever because we see the things that the Lord said He was going to do. It's happening on a large scale. Like it really ain't too many more prophecies that can come to pass at this point. The microchip, more plagues that's going to hit.
Esau coming down with that great wrath.
Yeah, the great wrath and the missiles. That's really all we waiting on, man.
Right.
The earthquakes, the uproars of the people, all these things been happening. That lets you know the Lord said, "Get right. I'm on my way back." You see chariots, what people call UFOs. You see them on a regular now. Those are the eyes of the Lord, man. But yeah, hey, the Lord is on His way back. He's bringing major destruction. Hey, Jake, you need to get right. Esau. Hey, live it up. This is your last little moment to have fun, man. That's right. Go to as many games as you can. Spend all your money up. Take as many vacations. Hey, have fun, man, because real possible, next year around this time, man, you could be in slavery. Beautiful. Hey, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let the next brother step up. Lift it.
Yeah, I'm just going to get a limitation for 21. Because I know that the brother Shalimar, he kept mentioning these people out here living it up. Yep. Just continue to do so too. That's pretty much the Lord. Get Isaiah 29 and 9.
Well, hey, brother, if I may say, we sure as hell not waking them up to the truth.
That's it, hey, real talk, when we pull out, Lamentations 4 and 21, we really speaking to these heathens. But of course, we speaking to you 2/3, because I think really it's speaking directly to Edom in that. Go ahead.
Hey, well, it is, but through the Spirit, I'm gonna say, yeah, it is. But hey, man, at the end of the day, 2/3 of our own people in this land are slated for a swift judgment because they basically chocolate Edomites.
Yeah, matter of fact, since you said that, hold Isaiah 29, get Jeremiah chapter 11 and 14, because it's you spot on, man. Because these 2/3 of our own people. That's why we keep mentioning it. Yahweh Shai said it in John 8:44. You and your father the devil.
Yep.
That's why Paul called y'all heathens in the book of Galatians, the 2nd chapter. You know, so that's why we don't give a damn about you, just like we don't give a damn about these heathens. So yeah, y'all go live it up too, and be blinded by the society. Get a Jeremiah 11:14 real quick.
Jeremiah 11:14.
Right.
Therefore, pray not thou for this people.
Right. Therefore, pray thou not for these people, because they ain't with us. Simply put, what's that? Amos, the 3rd chapter. The two walk together unless they be agreed. You know, it's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, they
Hell no, I'm an answer. You know what I'm saying? You like cheeseburgers, I like lamb. You can't coexist. We can't come to a medium. We can make lamb burgers that would be good and motherfuckers. But you know what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we don't pray for these people because they got nothing to do with it. So they just like the heathen. Go out and do your niggerdom and shit like that. Go ahead.
It says, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them.
Right. Neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. You know, you read Ezekiel the 24th chapter, and the Lord took away the desire of Ezekiel and told him to put on his mitre, his shoes, you know, and go out and teach. Okay? Meaning when he took his desire, he actually, you know, took his woman from him. She ended up dying. And he said, don't shed a tear or don't mourn or nothing. Let alone you fucking wicked ass niggas out here. You damn sure I ain't gonna shed a tear for y'all. I'm a clap. You know? Laugh, like it says in Proverbs, the 1st chapter. Just laugh. You know, because this shit is gonna be funny. Yeah. Because we're coming into the time where the brothers love to say, we're coming to the time of the big I told you so. Go ahead, man.
I got a precept for you real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians 1:6. And it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's it. You know, it's a righteous thing, because I'll say this too, man. The heathens aren't the only one giving us trouble, man.
Yeah.
She wicked 2/3 too. How come you can't go through, you know, a primarily quote unquote black neighborhood without feeling anxious or
in fear of your life?
In fear of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck y'all too, cause y'all that's putting trouble on us too, man.
Yep.
You gonna get it. You gonna get your reward right back. You know. Finish that off.
It says, for I would not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble.
I would not hear them for the time they cry unto me for their trouble. It's the same thing that the brother Shalom was just saying. Everyone who says Lord, Lord should not enter into the kingdom. Because I say this a lot, even a lot of you two-third individuals, man, y'all heard the name of the Lord and y'all know it too.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. The Lord's gonna hear y'all calling. He's gonna be like, nah, y'all are unfaithful. Shit, I don't even want to say unfaithful servants. Y'all didn't even put your foot to the plow, man.
Yeah.
You know, you just heard it and shunned it. You know.
Hey, well, especially y'all that was once in the truth.
That's it. Man.
That was serving. That do know the name of the Lord. You know, because what Jake like to do is, it's the same effect with Jake in the world when they go to jail. You know, every Jake goes to jail and gets extremely spiritual and religious. So as this place further turns into a prison, right? What are these people going to do? Especially those that were once enlightened and know, they going like Yargon, like a lot of these old camp niggas that was in these other camps as well, that's crept in unawares. They going, hey, how about shimmy out? They going to try to dust off the, hey, Apostle Tahar been saying this for years.
Well, that's the spirit, because I was just about to say that in Apostle Tahar's last video. He said, for you ones who fell off, man, you better, shows you the mercy that the apostle showed, but just, you know, he said, man, whoever fell out this thing, I mean, shit, y'all ain't gonna make it or whatever, but y'all better pray that, you know, that the Lord gives you a chance or whatever you got to do. You know,
it's like literally the only thing to say.
It's like, because, like I said, if you were in this and it fell out, you just quit. You quit on the Lord.
Hey, it says, prodigal son. Doesn't say sons.
That's right.
So if you want to take your chance and play your chances on being the prodigal son, that's like Russian roulette.
Right.
Odds times 100.
God, this is 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 24. You know, since you was going into they basically quit. It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run off, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may attain.
Right. It's pretty much saying you got an opportunity. Just take a chance. You know, that's another script you can key up with investing. Really, investing is risk taking. You know, you don't know. You put your money into something. You put your money into something expecting more back. Hey, you put your money into the stock, whatever you want to do, right?
It's the parable of the talents.
It's a parable of talents, but it's a risk that you take.
Yeah.
But it's not a risk if you don't take it. What's a chance if you don't take it? It's not a chance. That scripture saying, give yourself a chance. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Go ahead,
Verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Right. Every man that's striving for the mastery is temperate in all things. Which that word temperate goes into controlling one's desire or longing for. Go ahead.
Now they do it obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Right. Because we understand what we be doing this for. Man.
That's right.
I therefore so run, not as uncertainly,
right.
So fight.
Because that's another thing too. Because some of these people out here running for a vain ass cause, man. For a vain ass cause. That's what Paul was saying right there. Some run for a corruptible crown. They want that clout.
Yeah, man.
Clout chases.
Yeah.
They want to be seen, known.
Titles.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. The other night, I was just going through some of the other camps, watching a little bit of videos. I was watching IUIC. I was watching Sons of Thunder. I was just, They preach. You know what I'm saying? Some things they say is right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying every little fucking thing they say is wrong, but they be going off on the doctrine sometimes. But really, what I was watching is their demeanor.
Yeah.
How they carry themselves, how they act. It's like I don't see any type of humility in it. It's a lot of haughtiness, a lot of showboating, you can say.
Arrogancy.
It's like, bro, just go out there and preach, man.
Bro, when I was waking up to the truth, this is when Comfy's camp was still in his heyday. Bro, this nigga was on a video. I don't even think there's no way he's in the truth. You know what I'm saying? But that man's name was on the bottom of that screen. That name had like 20 letters in it, man. And I knew, and I was young in the spirit, but I knew like, because his name had so many letters, I was like, man, this guy's off, man.
Like the news channel when it had a letter.
Yeah, it was at the bottom. It was at least 16 letters in that name, man.
That's all.
I knew, I was like, I was young and I was like, that's off. And I can give you another one.
Go ahead,
GOCC's leader. This was like me waking up to the truth, and I was just, like looking around. He did a video and he was like, had the chalkboard behind him, and he was like, and yeah, the name is Yahya. You're welcome.
That's all.
And I look at the kid, and I'm young. I'm probably like a few months of knowing who I'm an Israelite, and I'm like, nah, this can't, like you said, demeanor.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to follow a pompous asshole, and that's what a lot of these leaders are, bro. You know?
Go ahead, bro.
This is 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. You love, believe not every spirit, right? But try the spirits.
So hold that right there. You said, beloved, believe not every spirit. The scripture say it in the book of Proverbs. Simple believeth in every word, but the prudent man looking forward to his going. So you can't be so goddamn gullible all the damn time.
That's right.
Think for yourself for once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Think for yourself. Be logical. Observe things. Be analytical. Okay? When you come into this, you become a judge. You got to weigh out all the options. When you watch the other, whoever, watch their demeanor. Not just listen to what they say, watch how they say it, listen to their tone, watch their body language. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother, you don't want to come up under some tyrant, man, and then be stuck. You know, go ahead, bro.
Should have been probably teaching.
Because I'll say, you know, there's some individuals in these other camps that feel stuck because there's like, damn, man, you know, I gotta respect it because nah, man, you gotta make a decision. We've been saying this. There is no respectable person. So if you have the I guess inclination would be the words. The spirit's on you. The water. I'm just gonna say it too simple. The spirit's on you to be like, nah, man, this is off. Man, leave. Fuck how a person feels. Oh, so you going? And fuck what he has to say. And even if he rebukes you in the sense of wanting to leave, I'm speaking about another camp. Because I'll say this: if an individual in the camp here wants to leave, hey, brother, I'm not holding you hostage. I'm just gonna be like, hey, bro, hey, you sure? You sure, bro?
You're gonna discuss it to make sure that chapter is closed.
Here's the thing: we're gonna be gentle with it too.
Yeah.
Because if you leave another camp, they're gonna curse your ass out. Because you may think they're wrong. Oh, you
Oh, no, not like that. Yeah.
But we like, hey, bro, you know, we'll go through the script. Hey, if your mind is set on it, hey, we're not holding you hostage. That's your decision.
If I can say too, because I actually went through that. That actually happened when that nigga situation. Brothers was calling me. Then I even came. Remember I came to the house that one night, that same night.
Mm-hmm.
Brothers was giving me counsel and shit like that. It wasn't no, you know, it's like exactly what you're talking about. It was just like, listen, because at the end of the day, it has to be discussed. You can't just go off.
Yeah, because you got to close the chapter.
Exactly. You have to find that closure.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to really put all the information out, but we had a brother in this camp. Yeah, I was saying, we had a brother in this camp, you know, who split his way.
Yeah.
But it, you know, it happened how it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But he's still out there doing his thing.
Yeah, matter of fact, he was part of that same situation I was in.
Yeah.
That's it. He just left. But I don't got nothing against him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting here, oh, you nigga did it. No, we said, hey, man, keep going.
He still push out.
He still push. I still kind of watch him.
He still push out.
He's still pushing.
I got one for you real quick.
Ahead,
this is Ephesians 6, and I'm gonna start at 7 real quick. I'll read through it real quick. Ephesians 6 and 7. And it says, and with good will doing service as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that whatsoever good that thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord.
Well, let me say this too, Salaki, because you know what this reminds me of when the disciples came to Yahushua. Hey, he's preaching in your name. He's like, okay, let him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because, hey, a lot of Israelites, I'll say a lot of the individuals in circumcisions get caught up on ABC camps.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be, look, bro, if the man is preaching Yahushua and under the right doctrine, let that man be.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead, brother.
No, you good. You good.
You know?
Verse 9. Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. And ye masters, do the same thing unto them, forbearing, threatening.
Salaki, what book you in?
Ephesians 6.
Because you know it reminds me of the book of Philemon.
Yeah.
Where you're speaking about Onesimus or Onesimus, however you want to say it. You know, when because he was that was a situation where he was actually dealing with a runaway slave, you could say. You know, and Philemon, you know, pretty much had Onesimus, but he ran into Paul and became a brother, real talk.
Yeah.
Because when he wrote to Philemon, he's like, hey, don't receive him back as, you know, a servant, but as your brother.
Yeah.
You know, because Onesimus started believing in Yahweh man, after running into Paul. What does Onesimus' name mean again? It means
I'm not sure.
It means I think profitable, I want to say. Something like that. Look it up real quick.
Come.
All right, go ahead.
I'm keep going for you. And it says, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him.
That's it. That's it. Because look, man, Apostle Tahar, the apostles always say it. There's niggas in GMS. There's things that gotta be sifted and taken out. You know, and there's individuals in other camps that just may believe and make it, and the Lord may have mercy on them.
That's right.
As long as they believe in the Lord, man. The Lord doesn't, there's no respect of persons. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quote for you too. This is Ephesians 5:10, and it says, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. So I'm starting 9 to get the point of this.
Okay.
I'll start to read this real quick. Ephesians 5:8. And it says, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
So like, what you read again?
Ephesians 5.
Hold 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter.
Verse 10, here was the point. Proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. It's like how you saying, at the end of the day, we're all in the proving, we're all being proved. All right, we're all being proved to see if we all are rightfully fitted in this ministry. I'm not proving nothing to no brother here, nor is any brother proving anything to me. Although we do have rank and order in the spirit of things, but nevertheless, we all are in the proving grounds right now. That's it. So you got to understand at the end of the day, ain't none of us proved. None of us have been proved. Like you can't, none of us can sit here and say, hey, you stamped, you solidified in the spirit. Because anything could happen. The story is still playing out. You could have, hey, the scriptures say it rains on the just and the unjust. Just in the midst of all this bullshit that these people going through, you can still catch a haymaker.
Hey, well,
so what you gonna do with it?
Hey, the scriptures say that this pretty much paraphrase. Everybody should stand in front of the judgment seat of the Lord.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Everybody's gonna get judged. Even the ones who believe. You know, it's just what type of reward are you gonna get? You know? Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
It says 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest.
That's it.
For the day shall declare it.
That's it. You see, everyone's work shall be manifest, for the day shall declare it. Go ahead.
Because it shall be revealed by fire.
And that fire is the tribulation, man. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's going to pretty much what the, you know, we always say water and fire are purifying agents. But what do? They expose things. So that's what the script is saying. Your works will be exposed in that day.
Yeah, water. It's like you. This is a good topic, because like when you build a house and you cut the water on from the street to go through the house, what you got to do? A plumber will go through the house and check for leaks. So like you said, that water and that fire, both elements, is going to show where the weakness is. That's why we were reading Ephesians. And the next verses was what? You got to put on the helmet of salvation. You got to put on the breastplate of righteousness. You got to be dressed, because why? Any weakness is going to be exposed. So while you're being concerned about the next man's weakness, and you better make sure your own shit is tight, man.
Yep.
That's why that when you read in the book of Corinthians, that's why it talks about the body and there should be no schisms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if there's an open spot, that's a weakness.
Yeah, that is.
Hey, I know we read about Leviathan, read about Behemoth in Job 40 and 41, and how it talks about their sinews and their skin and how tight. With Leviathan, it says so tight together, not even air
couldn't even. Yeah.
That's how you should be in the spirit.
Yeah. That's real.
You know, you take the characteristics of Behemoth and Leviathan, and have your characteristics so tight knit that there's no exposure. When the big exposition comes, you're not going to be exposed. Go ahead.
Because you know how brother, that you allow that to happen, where you become that tight sinews together, is by understanding you're not perfect and your brother's not perfect. So shit's gonna happen. Right. You're gonna have issues. You're gonna fuck up. Right. The brother next to you is gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up. But my question is this: is your brother's fucking up so big that you don't want him to get his crown?
Right. Doesn't the scripture? Hey, me and this brother was talking the other day. Hey, you're supposed to forgive the brother 7 times 7.
Yep.
You see?
But these be the small. There's a saying in the world that the devil is in the detail.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, well, it's the little things like what you just said, forgiving your brother 70 times 7. That's Those are stumbling blocks to Jake. See, Jake loved it. I understand Daniel 7. I understand Daniel 2. I understand Daniel. Hey, I understand Daniel 11. Revelation 5. Revelation 7. I know all these beautiful breakdowns, but what did the scriptures say? If you could prophesy, and you don't have charity.
That's it.
The spirit of Yahweh.
I would tell you that in the book of James.
Yeah, that's right.
Say you break one, then you break all.
That's right.
You can't forgive your neighbor. What? You can't forgive your neighbor or your brother.
You know, that's why Yahweh Shai was so big on preaching the 10 Commandments, because everything, if you try to keep those the best of your ability, and what's the one that get Exodus 20? Get Exodus 20, man. We're gonna go to the law, okay? Because that's one of the main things. If you can keep those 10 Commandments, everything else will fall into place. Especially like what the brother just mentioned, the charity. You know?
Yeah.
Did you finish that first one?
Oh no, I didn't know.
Come on. You know, finish that off. We're gonna finish this piece, so get back on track.
I'm reading from the top. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
And that goes into the big exposition. When you go into the word exposition, it pretty much means an exposure of things. Okay? Just like we were speaking, you have to be tight knit within your own self. That's Philippians 2. Start at the top. But
I got that.
You had that?
Yeah, I got that.
You hold it.
Yeah, I got it.
But pretty much, if you're tight knit within yourself, then guess what? You helping the body out. Therefore, there will be no schisms, and you will not be exposed in that day, and your works will be just.
Yeah.
That's why. What was it? I think it was John the Baptist. I'm gonna say in Matthew the 3rd chapter, it says, "Bring fruit meet for repentance."
That's it.
The word meet means acceptable.
Yeah.
Those are the works. Your works, if you're doing the right things within your own livelihood, within your own space, your works will become acceptable unto the Heavenly Father. It just boils down to that. Everything lines up. You know? The brother, hey, Captain Albert, spot on, man. Because how you going, that's Matthew 7:1. Judge not so ye not be judged.
That's it.
You know? Don't so goddamn worry about a mote in another brother's eye when you got shit on your plate too that you need to take care of, you hypocrite.
Yeah, we all need healing.
We all need healing. Go ahed with Philippians 2, bro.
Come on, Philippians 2:1.
There's a point I want to bring out in there. Go ahead.
I already know where you're going with it. It says, if there be therefore any consolation in Yahweh Shai,
right? Any consolation, the word consolation means a comfort. Go ahead.
if any comfort of love,
See, Paul always reiterated himself. He's going to reiterate himself again after that. Go ahead.
if any fellowship of the Spirit,
Which means consolation is a comfort. He said comfort of love. And then he said what? A fellowship of the Spirit. Fellowship means an association with. If you're associated with somebody, well, guess what? You're comfortable to be around. Go ahead, brother.
it says, if any vows and mercies,
Yep, go ahead.
fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded,
Right.
having the same love.
And what is that? Being tight-knit.
Yeah.
Not having no schisms. You see? Go ahead, brother.
It says, having the same love, being of one accord,
Woo.
of one mind.
That's it, bro. That's the spirit while you was holding on. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all was
Because
already going into it.
That's it. Because if you're in the spirit, if you're in one mind, one spirit, you're tight knit. There is no spaces for exposure.
Keep reading.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 3, let nothing be done through strife and vainglory,
Strife and vainglory, strife and vainglory, strife, fighting and contentions, being argumentative.
That's all pride.
That's all. Well, vainglory means empty pride.
Yeah.
Meaning pride that shouldn't even fucking be there. It's empty.
I won that argument.
Right. It's vain. Whatever, bro. Yeah, sure. Take it.
Go home with that
Right.
win.
What you know the saying, whatever makes you sleep at night.
Yeah.
That be these other camps, real shit. Whatever makes you sleep at night, bro. I ain't about to go back and forth with you. Go ahead, bro.
it says,
Say, hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. No, I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead, brother.
let nothing be
I'll say that to y'all off camera.
it says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory,
Uh-huh.
but in lowliness of mind,
Yep.
let each esteem other better than themselves.
That's humble. Go, keep going though.
It says, look not every man on his own things,
This is the point I want to make. Go ahead.
but every man also on the things of others.
So let's hold that right there. Read that one more time.
Look not every man on his own things,
Okay.
But every man also on the things of others.
The key word when I read that all the time is also. Okay? On the things of others. He said, not only look at your own things, but also on others. Meaning, still keep up with your own shit. Or slacking, your own things that you have to complete. That you have to complete in the spirit. Just because the scripts tell you, okay, care for another brother, you know, be there for another brother, doesn't mean you let yourself go. It tells you right there in Philippians, okay, yes, you have your own things, but also the things of others, which brings into the charity, the brotherly love, loving thy neighbor, which we're going to get in Exodus 20. But it just says in there, look at your own stuff too.
Yeah. And also with that, that also is big there, because in the spirit, could you read that again, brother?
Verse 4 says, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
Yeah, because sometimes in this walk, and especially in life, you get so caught up in you, you know? Like it becomes about you. Well, I got this to do, and I have this that I need to make sure it's done. That you don't even, you don't realize that you could be offensive to other men. See, the scriptures, when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, what did he do? He ministered unto others. He washed the servant's feet, as this like so you do others, because he was considering his brothers. See, there's a major key of this is a selfless job here. That's the separation between us and the other nations. That if we keep these laws, statutes, commandments in perfection, you will always put your brother first.
If I may quote
Go ahead.
from a wise man I know behind the camera, you said, "Art." Like I was like, that kind of stuck with me, and it made sense because you were explaining our kingdom, how our kings run in our monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
We are a servitude type kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all these other kingdoms, we like to.
It's a me.
Right.
What can the people do for me? What can you're my servants? You should do lip service to me. That's why I said esteeming one another. So when brothers get around each other, nah, bro, that's you, bro.
Right.
You know, nah, you got it. You the wise one. You, nah, bro, that all crazy. How about Shimmy? I was shy, bro. Because why? That's not trying to please yourself. See, that's a heavy scripture because again, if you're saying you're right, you always got to tend to your own business, but at the same time, also considering.
That's right.
Because see, you could be so caught up in your own business of things that you don't even understand you offended. Because you're just so caught up on what I have to do. Remember, we're not ego driven. Yahweh Shai was never, there's not one time that you could put on Yahweh Shai that he did it. When he did things for himself, he was still doing it for us.
Hey, that's right. Hey, the word ego, when you look it up, literally means I.
It's I.
And that's a spirit why you're doing it, why you're saying that, because what did Yahweh Shai say? I came not here to be ministered to, but to minister.
Right.
The word minister is a service.
Yeah.
It's a service. We are, like you said, we are in a customer service based occupation.
That's, again, bouncing back over you. That's why Apostle Paul in the book of Ephesians, the 6th chapter, what did he do? What did he say? He said, love your wives as you love yourself in the church. So every step along, right? He said the same thing, showing you that there's a balance to you putting yourself in you got to, as a man, you got to, like you say, be structured in a way where you will make sure you're good. And that's why the Spirit of the Lord has it. Why this is a man job. This is a man's job. But even within it, you never put yourself first. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 33. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it.
That's it. Because
And whosoever
that's ego driven. If you seek to save your life, you shall lose it because you're all about I, me, myself, and I on some Beyonce shit. You know? Go ahead, brother.
And hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
I got to get this for you real quick.
Come on.
Real quick. Because you know what that spirit leads to? That he that seeketh to save his own life. Bear me 1 second. Where is that at? Hi.
You know, Yahweh Shai, he laid down his life for who? Them.
That's it.
Okay? Not just for himself.
That's John, hold that. Oh, this is John 10. John 10 and 11. And it says, I am the good shepherd. This is in red. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is a hireling is not the shepherd, who owns the sheep are not, whose own sheep are not, seeing the wolf come and leaveth the sheep. Because when you see a wolf running, man, wolves be this tall. You be like, shit, fuck, I get some more sheep. You out of there. Yahushua wouldn't have did that. King David didn't do that.
King David didn't.
All right, I'm gonna finish this off and throw it right back to you, bro. And it says, and leaving the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth because he is a hireling and careth not for the sheep.
Woo! See, that's it, man. That's it. That is a service bait. Hey, real talk, man. The Lord, you know, he was talking about himself because he was the ultimate sacrifice. You see?
The level that he took it will never meet.
We can strive to it, but
that's his glory.
Time, that was his lot anyway.
That's his glory. It's his glory.
It's his glory. And he embodied Philippians 2, what we're speaking about. I mean, that's what Paul was talking about.
The Bible literally says it. Right. I come in the volume of the book. So Yahushua, being the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, he gave us the example. Like you said, going back to your original point, with a lot of the leaderships in these other camps, they have what I call, we were talking about the other day, they have a tyrant spirit on them. They really want to be tyrannical. They want to run you. They want you to do what they're bidding, not the other way around. Whereas if you're the king, it's literally your job to serve the people, not the other way around.
That's it. I'll tell you that in the book of Matthew. You finish your precept? Go ahead.
And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
That's right. And what's the opposite? Hey, you should preserve it. You know, meaning you should be pretty much saved. Okay? Because what do you do with preservatives or with like canned goods or something? You save them, you store them up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that's saying, man. What's the opposite of preserve? Being perishable. I mean, when you go into the word perishable, it means to be bring to an end quickly. You know? Where were you? Get Job 31 and 6 real quick.
So can I bring another one out real quick for you?
Go ahead.
Real quick one. This is John 15 and 13.
That's always good.
And it says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his own life for his friends.
Can you read 12?
Yeah, I got you. This is John 15 and 12. And it says, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I had loved you.
That's right. As I loved you. Now go to yours. Because Yahushua was always speaking on things that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know when brothers, a brother's going through an experience that you went through, and you can talk to him like, I've been through that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going. He's like, I've been through it. I'm going through it, and I'm telling you,
it's real.
Loving, y'all gotta love each other. You know. So go ahead, brother.
That was it on that. You want me to keep reading on it?
Reread your precept.
Yeah. That was up. I'll just keep going down. This is John 15 and 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Right.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
That's the most selfless act, man. That is the most selfless act.
Yeah. Bro, Yahushua died for the wicked. He died for the very same people that had him put to death.
Yeah. For they know not what they do.
Because he's looking at a bigger picture.
That's right. It's you. Exactly. He had a mission at him. You know?
That's right, brothers.
Go ahead, bro.
Job chapter 31 and verse 6. Let me be weighed in an even balance.
Let me be weighed in an even balance. So just tying it back, what I'm tying this to, is we're going into Philippians 2. Pretty much, yes, you focus on the things that you have at hand, but also consider others with their situation as well. Don't be so one-sided on each side. You're so self-centered and egotistical, or you're careful. Because that's Philippians, the 4th chapter, what Paul is speaking about. He says, be careful for nothing. The water, brother. I think that's like 4 or 6 or something like that. When we go into the word careful, it means worried or being anxious. Okay? Also, when you go into, I want to say Sirach or Ecclesiastic, it's like the 30th, 34th chapter, something like that. It talks about carefulness brings age. Pretty much brings age shortens the lifespan. So your lifespan is premature because you're so fucking worried about everything. And you can do the same thing with being over considerate about other brothers. And real talk, you know, I'm gonna be real. I'm talking to this brother about it because I got it from Abu. Being over familiar with bros. You don't gotta watch out for that. You gotta give bros space. Which being over familiar with bros, and I'm not saying be less brotherly, you know what I'm saying, but giving bros space is a form of respect. They got lives, you got lives. You know what I'm saying? Let them be sometimes. If you come over familiar, guess what? If you had a sibling growing up, like I did, you're around them 24/7. It's bound for y'all to butt heads.
Yeah, it's like the old saying goes. Paul Escobar did a video on it years ago. Familiarity breeds contempt.
That's it. Familiarity breeds contempt. Because everything y'all ain't. If you're being over considerate about another brother, it can come off as offensive too. Like, damn, bro, you just don't think I can do it by myself, or I'm not good. You know, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you telling me I ain't a man, that I can't figure this out? You telling me I ain't got enough faith, that I don't believe that the Lord will get me out of whatever situation? You could be overstepping your boundaries. So that's why the Philippians said what it said, and that's why Job 31 says what it says. Weigh me in an even balance. Focus on your stuff too, so you're not so goddamn involved in someone else's life when you don't gotta be.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, let's be clear. Let's just say Pastor Tahar was like, we're taking this house cleaning to another level. And I'm going to come and stay with every brother. I just hypothetically speaking. I'm going to stay with you a whole month. Bro, you know how many charges of offenses would come up just by being around a man just like that in any generalization? If you can't, it's just the way we are. We're all, at the end of the day, the scriptures say our righteousness is as filthy rags. So at the end of the day, anybody could bring up faults and flaws in you. But like how you said, if you being you and you want to be weighed out evenly on a scale, you're going to be mindful. Hey, I'm not 100% on point. Nobody is. We all have errors. Come on, 12 different tribes, 12 different types of men, 12 different types of back. I mean, it's even within even that, just tribal differences, age differences. You grew up north. I grew up down south. You grew up out west. I grew up in the Midwest.
I grew up in the woods. You grew up in the sea, by the sea.
You're a Cowboys fan. I'm a Saints fan. Anything, this world is all, this again, we are in Babylon. So everything about Babylon is about confusion. So there's always a level for an argument to occur. But what do you agree on? That's why Paul said, I don't want to know, keep your conversation on Yahushua. I don't want to know anything of you but Yahushua.
Because I always mention this too. This is an occupation. This is a job.
Yeah.
You stay professional with one another. You know,
yeah.
Okay, you throughout the walk, you're gonna get to know, certain things. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to, like you were just saying, how about Shemi outside? That's what we have in common. That's what we need to keep. We don't need to go astray from that. Just keep it professional. Finish out Job 31:6, man.
Job 31:6. Let me be weighed in an even balance, right, that the Most High may know mine integrity.
May know mine integrity. You go into that word integrity in Hebrew. I want to say the word there is thumb. The water is thumb, and that means completeness.
Yeah. How well are you built?
That's it. How it means wholeness and completeness.
Yeah.
See, go to James chapter 1. You drop everything you got, brother.
Okay. Because you could know these prophecies. You could know these prophecies in these words and the laws and the name and prayers, but you might not have no integrity.
That's it.
You might not have no integrity. So when, like that brother read earlier in 1 Corinthians, when that fire comes, 1 Corinthians 13, there was no integrity to your building because you were so much more worried about what this camp got going on, or what this man ain't doing, or what this man is doing. Or I'm worried. Your mind is on everything but your own goddamn self, where it counts.
And that's where you lose yourself.
Because we can all make 1,000 excuses and say, I'm worried about myself. It's Jakes in the world that'll be like, hey, I'm focused on me this year. They say that bullshit at the top of every year, and not a particle in their fucking body is concerned about they self. So why the Lord looks at Israel as a hypocritical nation.
Get Psalm chapter 25 and 21. Read, start at the top.
James 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Knowing,
meaning, hey, you going through, when that go, you can apply this. If you ain't fully built up and complete and have an established form of integrity, then those diverse temptations become that you won't count them as joy. Why am I going through this? Why me?
Yeah.
Why you? Because you ain't even focusing on how to build yourself up to endure the temptation. Go ahead, bro. Because real talk, that's we count temptation as joy, like it said right here, is because it builds us and shapes us into the better character and the better man that we can be, and it builds our integrity. Mm-hmm. All right, get that, because we're talking about integrity right now. Go ahead, bro. Because integrity is big. Integrity, how much integrity you have is going to be the defining factor if you're going to take that thing or not. And I'm speaking about today in the prophecy to come. If you're going to take that job or if you're going to take that other thing or not. Integrity. Are you complete? Are you built up enough? Hold Colossians.
Hey, because the brother that you may have a quarrel with, hey, he might have the integrity to deny it.
You see?
So but that's why you gotta mind that saying, mind your business. Mind the business that pays you.
Man, the scriptures say in Sirach, the 11th chapter, strive not in the matter that concerneth thee not. Now I'm not saying certain things, and here's another thing. Here's how you can know how to fully exercise your consideration to Akim. When they express that they need some type of counsel, help, whatever it is. Okay? That's when you can step in to do what you need to do in the spirit on considering another brother. Or you could the spirit can hit you to just reach out to a bro and, hey bro, man, you called me at the right time, man. I actually did need somebody to talk to because I've been holding this in. A brother may have been a little bit too bashful, didn't know who to talk to, but you reached out to him in the nick of time. Because that's how the spirit worked it. You don't force your way onto a brother, man. You know, let that brother build his integrity or build his completeness just like you need to do on your own end too.
Yeah.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, we're all walking our straight gate, our tightrope. If this was the line, speaking about it in Second Ezra, with the fire on that side and the water on that side, we are not walking linked up like this, doing skippity-doo-dah down the line. We're not. One brother's in front of me, one brother's in front of you. I'm behind this brother because of order, but we're all walking our own tight rope. And that's your integrity that you have to build. You have the Colossians 3 and 7?
I do.
Okay, get that.
God, this is Colossians 3 and verse 7. In the which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them.
Oh, Salakia, man, Rudy.
Oh, you're talking about where it says, okay.
Where is that? 3 and 9? I might be tripping.
Yeah. I think it's
or is that in 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, get 2. Colossians 2. I may be tripping. Yeah, 2 and 7.
Yep.
Salakia.
This is Colossians 2 and verse 7. It reads, rooted and built up in him.
That's it. Because if you're rooted, you're established and you have a foundation, man. Okay? You ever see a tree? All right, the scriptures talk about Green Bay tree. Look up a Green Bay tree. Look up cedar trees. Okay? Well, what's the biggest tree in the world? They're in California. They're called redwoods. Sequoias. Redwoods are bigger than sequoias?
I think they're big. Redwoods and sequoias are big, so one of the other.
So, as big as those are, as tall as they go, think about their rooting structure. They're in there. Literally, the only thing that's going to get them out is the missile. You see? You gotta be rooted, man. Okay, and that's having integrity. You're fully complete. You're fully grounded. Go ahead, bro.
God. Verse 7. Rooted and built up in him, established in the faith.
Established in the faith. Hold that real quick. Get Proverbs 16 and 3.
Yeah, because you got to make sure you're established.
Right.
Right? Making sure that your footing is proper.
Salaki, brother, there is a bit of spiritual selfishness. You gotta think about it. Yeah. It's like, bro, you gotta.
But that's the perfect balance of it. Like the scriptures say, the Lord said, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. Right. So you have to make sure that you're able to balance yourself within, like you said, being selfish and selfless. Right. You got to be hot. You got to be cold. You got to be all loving. You got to be able to embrace and also be able to push off. But it's spiritual, like how you say. You can't just be, because if again, we could all be like, nah, I'm just gonna stay home. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna do this how I want to do. And you know what? You have every right to. But how far would you get in the spirit with that? Right. All right.
Because to land back, Yahushua requires certain things for you to do to step out.
Yeah.
You can step out your comfort zone.
Well, you gotta. If we're characters in a movie / video game, when you play these games, it be certain things you gotta do to get achievements.
Right.
Certain to level up or whatever, just to get that badge, or that trophy, whatever system. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to. Sometimes you gotta go do the extra bit. I'm a detour here. I'm a park here, because I really want that achievement. Oh, it's the same thing in the spirit. You have to sometimes put yourself in predicaments and situations to do what? Be wise, to get the wisdom.
Batman. He cared for Gotham, but that motherfucker was still a billionaire.
Yeah. And that was balanced because he had to be able to decoy the people from believing that Bruce Wayne, the character that people saw in the Lamborghinis, that was him putting on because he had to to kind of not have people in his other part. It's basically a sleight of the hand.
By quick example, that one, I forget which one it's called, but the one with Harvey Dent, Two-Face.
Dark Knight.
That was the one right before Dark Knight. No, that was Bane.
Yeah.
But the one before that.
Yeah, but see what he did at the end though is he took the blame for killing him.
Yeah.
He really didn't.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he took that sacrifice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your brother was
because
saying.
that was that led into the Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Because why did Harvey Dent go evil? Because he was ego driven. Look what these people did to me. Now I'm pissed off, and now I'm gonna go get judgment. Or I'm gonna come see you, and flip a coin on it because I need to bring the judgment to you right now. That just goes to show you, like, if you're based on you, chances are you're gonna be a villain in the story. Because hey, you know who was about himself in the scriptures heavily? Judas Iscariot.
Yeah.
Judas Iscariot was driven by what he wanted to do. So if you got that ego spirit on you, chances are the Lord might use you for some bullshit. You might be a sellout, a traitor. I'm not saying nobody here is, right. But the spirit of it,
But let me land back. That goes, since you said that goes being overzealous. You can fall into that because that's what Judas was. Being overzealous is a very ego-driven type mentality. You have to control your spirit. Because that's it. I remember at CNN, brother, you control your spirit. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick one for you.
If I may.
Yeah.
Because just like you were saying with Judas Iscariot, his overzealousness, because he wanted everything that the other disciples wanted.
Yeah.
When you coming back? When this place gonna end?
He wanted the kingdom of heaven.
But he was like, but I want it now. You see what I'm saying? Instead of waiting. It was gonna happen, but he wanted it now.
He wanted it before Yahushua got it.
Hey, you remember that box? He wanted to sell that box. Right.
Yeah, we can get some money from this.
Why you wasting it doing this? And it had the spirit while he held the bag too, man. Mm-hmm. He had Satan on.
He reached over the Lord and dipped the sop, That was ego driven. Everything, every step along the way, he was showing. That's why the Lord was able to see Satan was on him, because it's a spirit. Like when these people are all possessed by Satan, because a Satanist will tell you. I know I've been long on it, but Satanists will tell you that Satanism is not about worshiping Satan. Satanism is about individualism. It's about you worshiping you. That's why all religions are Satanists. Because why? It's all self-idolatry. Yes. Let me read this real quick for you, bro. This is Ecclesiastes 7:16. And it says, be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Which goes into the zealous, overzealous nature, man. You know, there's certain individuals who are overzealous. You want to talk to them and be like, bro, just be normal.
Because why are you?
Why exactly? You should be extremely humble. Like you were just saying, bro. When I first stepped up, we're not proven. We still are trying. We're trying to get. We ain't on no chariot. Like Paul said, I am not apprehended, and I don't count myself to be. And Paul said all up and down his epistles, I dared not count myself a part of that number.
He did more than all of us.
And he still had that type of mentality.
He said I was the least among the apostles, but I did more work.
That's right.
That was his words.
See? So what's the point of being overzealous? There is no point.
Vain glory.
There you go. It's empty pride, man. Oh, hold that real quick. Go ahead.
I'm going to get verse 2, then jump down. This is Sirach 2 and verse 2.
Of course.
Yeah.
Set thy heart aright. And
just to say, this brother loves Sirach 2, man.
That scripture should play in your head. That chapter should be in your head every day.
Every day. Go ahead, brother.
Set thy heart aright and consistently endure.
It says
constantly endure.
Well, I know the script say constantly, but the word consistent is a good word, man, because you're doing it time and time and time repetitively. I mean, it becomes muscle memory.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
It may not
constantly is perpetual. Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Hey, that's why you still holding James 1?
I can go through it.
Yeah, keep James 1, because in James 1, what did it say? We count that we count it all joy going through diverse temptations. You know, you still. Get your piece.
Okay,
finish it off. I'll let you finish it off.
All right. That was it on verse 2, going down to verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
Right, what ye should do when the Lord shall visit you. Right, keep your integrity.
Yeah. Be patient. Don't make haste to do this, that, and the third. Patience goes a long way. Meaning you abide in Yahweh Shah until he come back. Until Yahweh Shah is waiting for that order to come back. So you say you want that James, correct?
Yeah, finish out James 1. Go through to the 4th verse or something.
I thought we on 2.
Yeah. Go to verse 3.
Go to verse 3. James 1 and verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
That's right, work with patience, man. All right, which patience can go into suffering, which suffering and patience mean, that's the same thing. They mean the same thing. It means suffering. That goes into what you just read in Sirach 2. Yep. Don't make haste of your situation, man. Pretty much you make a haste of your situation is you being weak. You know? So go ahead and finish that off and step down.
Verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work,
that's it,
that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
See, entire, that you may be perfect and entire. The word entire goes into complete, which is what? Integrity.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So this is another integrity-based script right there, telling you to keep your integrity, let patience have its perfect work. That goes into Sirach, the 4th chapter, I want to say 30th verse, where it says, force not the course of the river. Meaning, sit your ass down and be patient, man. All right. It says, and they may. That ye may be perfect and entire, meaning complete and holding your integrity and being rooted, you know, for one else edifying. I'm like, you
Second was 15, started at 15. So we're gonna change it up a little bit. Last weekend, last Saturday, we read maybe the first few verses of Second Ezra. So we're gonna continue there. Yeah, go ahead.
Second Ezra 15 and 15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight."
Go to 14. What does 14 say?
Woe to the world.
Yeah, just start there. That's the start.
Verse 14 says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
That's right, you are.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh."
And yeah, when you look at these people don't have the spirit of anticipating destruction and seeing the war and the destruction that's on the way. You know, that's why when we come out here week to week, us being part of that measuring a spiritual thermometer of the world, we see that these people, they're laden with fat. You know, they're giving over to the world, man. And giving over to the world more and more every day. That's why the Lord is just going to come with swift destruction, and it's going to blindside all these people, man.
Con.
All right, because they're blind. As we read last week, we read Isaiah 6 and 9. You know, keep going.
It says, "And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand."
Oh yeah, look at Australia. Come on, man. Look at Australia. Look at the countries around the world. We can't forget what happened in South Africa a few months ago. South Africa had one of probably the worst protests I've ever seen in life, man. Hey, that city might not even be on the map no more. Okay? In fact, when you get Isaiah 19, because that spirit of destruction, of sedition, as the scriptures are saying, is going to come here the worst way. And I'm going to tell you, the Lord is leaving this place for last, because this is the great place of judgment. But you American people, man, you Americans, man, it's a series on Netflix that goes into like the birth of America or something like that. It's a cartoon, you know.
Yeah. I remember putting that in the group.
Yeah, when you watch that, it goes into basically the history of America and how America got, split off from the British, and they show you in that how they looked at the British as the fun police, because Americans are all based in the spirit of bullshit. This place is literally was started in the name of being able to go the fuck off. You understand? So when you start telling these people that you can't do this no more, and you can't bullshit, you can't party and bullshit in the streets no more, these people are going to lose their shit. Because why? That's what America was established on. It was established for, this is the land, home of the free, and land, what is it saying? Home of the brave and land of the free. What is it? What are you free to do? Free to be a freak.
Right.
That's what's free about America. Hey, you want to be a part human, part fish that worships Barbie. You can do it, because that's this place, okay? But woe unto you. See, the worst thing is to be caught out there, man. You never, and I don't give a damn what you doing. You don't want to get caught out there. You be like, God damn, you be looking like, you be feeling it. And all you people, man, 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you about to get caught out there. All right? Keep going. Matter of fact, go to Isaiah 19 and Egyptian. Yeah, you start at the top.
This is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh Shah rideth upon a swift cloud.
Yeah, and that's coming soon, man. The chariots, all right? Them chariots is gonna start showing themselves and getting busy. See, we get so down to the nitty gritty, man. Really, we used to say years ago, yeah, man, what if the Lord might just sit a chariot over a city for a while? Man, the Lord ain't about to do that. The Lord ain't about to just park, hey, I'm just here to just show it to you. He gonna show and prove.
Like the visitor parking and shit.
Yeah, just pimping parking and just parked up there. We looking at each other like, I don't know. Because that would confound us in the spirit, in a sense.
Yeah.
People be like, well, I thought y'all said that it was, why don't y'all leave? No, the Lord gonna come, he gonna show himself, and he gonna get busy. And we gonna get the fuck out of here.
Gonna be quick.
We're gonna be quick. Because that's a burden to y'all, man. Keep going.
It's the curse that comes with the earth.
That's it. That's a curse, man. Go ahead.
And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Yeah, the idols of Egypt, and Egypt is modern day America, you know. You read Revelation, the 11th chapter, all right? It tells you that this is spiritually Egypt and Sodom, man. So read that again, bro.
Continuing on in Isaiah 19:1, it says, I'll start from the top. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Oh yeah, these idols, you people aren't giving your fervent spirit to these idols no more. You people are leaving Christianity by the boatloads, Muslims, because you know what was thrown out there to divide y'all and show and prove that your religion is not based in anything except vanity. That's somebody's grandfather.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
That's how you know that this place is through, because you can do. This is the place where you can whatever you think is fun, you can do it, man. All right, but that scripture, getting back to the scriptures, to say that the idols shall what?
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Oh, the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. The idols of Egypt have been moved at the presence of the Lord since we've been started teaching, since starting with the apostles and elders and the elders of old. Like I said, these idols of this land, nobody cares. Listen, man, people. It used to be a time where if you spoke against Jesus Christos, you might get your head chopped off, man.
Right.
Matter of fact, if we go all the way back to the conquistadors and those individuals, hey man, if you didn't bow the knee and convert to Christianity, your ass got put to death. Nowadays, people are leaving it. All right? And the black woman and so many other women are what? Fuck, all women are converting to being just straight up down witches, man.
True.
And that ain't gonna work but so long. Because y'all ain't no real witches, man. Y'all just like the aesthetics. See, the Satan needs it, like Satan in that Pusheisty spirit, man. He needed it in blood, man. And you women, you ain't about that life, man. Y'all don't even know how to cut up chickens, man. What you doing? Sacrifice an animal to Baal or Molech? Fuck out of here, man.
Don't even know how to make a glass of water.
Come on, man. Keep going.
So you know it says, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Yeah, because everything that's here is failing. It's failing right before your eyes. Like I said, and most of us back here, like, bro, I grew up in the black church, bro. I'm talking about every weekend. I'm talking about pastor and my mom grew up together in church. Like, we in the South, man. So we understand how major Christianity had a stronghold on this place in the 1990s, in the early 2000s. Man, come on, man. Christianity? Everybody. I didn't meet a Muslim. I only knew one Muslim growing up. Let me be real. I didn't know about Egyptology until the truth. Because in the South, everybody's into Christianity.
Yeah.
But that ain't the spirit no more. You think half the city gets up on Saturday on nah, man, we can't go out tonight, bro. Got church in the morning.
Oh, yeah,
How
that's
many
out the
people
window.
do you really think in this city say that at night, bro? I gotta go home, man. I gotta get to bed. I got church in the morning. Probably slim to none. Yeah. All right, keep going with that.
Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Because why? Every society needs a religious glue to keep everybody intact. See, America was in a better shape 20, I've been saying this for weeks now. 20 years, 25 years ago, America was in a whole other shape because why? Jesus, he had his grip on this place.
Yeah.
Everybody celebrated Christmas. Everybody celebrated Easter. Everybody celebrated all these things. Hell, if a person got up on TV and said, I want to thank Jesus, nobody was offended.
Right.
But now, nobody believes in, everybody is individuals. Like we were saying earlier, everybody's ego-driven. See what religion does? You know what religion, to the spirit, what does the word religion mean? To means to restrain, right? So there's a level of religion restrains you. We typically look at that word like it's a bad thing, but really, it is somewhere it has a good element. It restrains you. It keeps you in order. Bro, America was a better place when everybody was. Matter of fact, get Matthew 10 and 34. All right, was that think not that I come to send peace? Because see, when everybody on the earth, when everybody in America per se was into Christianity, crime was down. Right?
Yep.
Crime was down. No, I can't do that. What does God think about? I can't do that. I can't use drugs. God, man. My grandmother, man. I got a praying grandmother. I got to make sure I go to church, bro. That spirit is gone.
Now the crime rate has increased like a mug, man.
Because why? There's no spirituality within these people, man. See, religion and spirituality keeps you in check. Now I can't do that. Think about with us in our laws. Nah, I can't do that tonight. I can't do that. It's a Sabbath. It's a high holy day. Matter of fact, I got camp tomorrow. I got camp in a few hours.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I can't eat that at all. I can't do that at all. Bro, you got people out here, they don't have no filter.
Right.
If they want to eat it, they eat it. If they want to do it, they do it. And that's why, again, people are now going against each other because they care about themselves. There's no unity in anything. That's why the Lord, it doesn't matter if you say American, anything, because the individual, a matter of fact, excuse me. That's why everybody is now in this spirit. Nobody identifies with their homelands. Elam comes over here, he becomes an American.
Yeah.
Everybody comes over here to become an individual. But that individual shit ain't swimming no more. Keep going.
Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother.
Because clearly, why do you start fighting against each other? Because you got something that I got, or you believe in something that I don't. That's the only two reasons why you get physical. We have a conversation amongst each other, and you believe in A and I believe in B. Now that turns into a physical fight. The other one is you have something that I want, covetousness. All of these fights, physical altercations really start in the spirit of covetousness, right? And that's all this is out here. I want your woman. I want your car. I want your food. I want your safety. I want that jacket you got. That's what that is. And that's what it's only going to happen. These people are going to, as the scripture say, matter of fact, read what you got, hold that. You got, read that in.
It's Matthew 10 and 34. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
But a sword. Keep going.
It says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, the daughter against her mother.
Yeah, this is absolutely no unity right here. See, in the ancient world, bro, whole family, it's hard to imagine, but whole families used to be unified, man. Yeah. Man, you know how hard, it's hard enough. It's hard, like, you might have a woman, and you might get along with your mother-in-law, but you don't get along with your father-in-law, or vice versa. You get along with the mother and the father-in-law, but the siblings hate you, or her aunt hates you. Bro, in the ancient world, you as a man will have multiple wives, and all that shit be in order. You, your wives, your children, your families, it was all just unity. That's how far away we are to this. The Lord, if this was the kingdom of the Lords, there'd be peace and unity. Doesn't that say in Ephesians, the 4th chapter, that the peace and the bond of unity, the peace of unity, the bonding of the peace of, you know what I'm trying to say. All right, keep going with that, and then go to real quick before we go back to Isaiah. You go from there to Matthew. What is that? Matthew 12. The love of many shall wax cold. Yeah.
It says, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
That's it. And that goes hand in hand with Isaiah, the 19th chapter. Egyptians against Egyptians. You Americans against you Americans. So there was no America when Isaiah saw that. He just saw bondage. Right? Keep going now. Matter of fact, go from there to Matthew 12. I believe it's Matthew. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You got it?
You got it?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 25.
That might be it, yeah.
And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
That's it. And that's on a micro and a macro level. Where we on a macro level, the overall picture, you got, look at what New York and LA is, New York and California is doing right now with these mandates.
Oh yeah.
That's causing divisions within the unity of Babylon the Great. That's on a macro level. On a micro level, we just read here in Matthew, the 10th chapter, that what? The Lord gonna have it where your mother, your father, your dog might hate you, right? It's always some schisms. That's why it's important that with us in this body, we make sure that we keep that unity of bond together. Because why? Everything around us is falling apart.
Yeah.
You got something, bro?
Yeah, no, this is it right here. It's Matthew 24:12.
Oh, okay.
It says,
That was a good spirit. That's a good scripture too.
It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Mm-hmm. And iniquity, and like the brother previously was going into, which I was holding the precept, but Romans 13:11, the love worketh no ill towards his neighbor. All right. And like I said, fuck Christianity. All right. But I'm speaking on the fact of how you need spirituality within a kingdom. See, that's what makes Esau the devil and a dumb king. See, that's why you know that you so-called white people will never meet to be kings, man. Because every kingdom needs a spirituality. He tried with his whole 3 city-states, you know, London being the financial district, America being the military district of it, and Vatican being the spiritual aspect. He tried that only to do what? Push his agenda. But where he's going off at is the fact that now he's trying to do away with all spirituality and Godship. That's dumb. Spirituality is what keeps the peace.
Yeah.
What you think? What you really think? Because you think spiritual powers is why we gonna have peace in the kingdom? See, a lot of Jacob think that's the spiritual power and us with the scepter. Why are we beating ass in the kingdom? Because of the law. Laws keep peace. All right, keep going. Is there any more of that? Was that the one?
That was pretty much.
That was it. Were you any more of that one? What you had? Was that pretty much the point?
I go to verse 26.
Okay.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
How can a kingdom stand when you're divided? Like I say, I think Apostle Tahar said that earlier in the year. He said big problems start out as little problems that don't get checked. So this is what's happening in America. America started little fires here and there, little problems here and there. I disagree with this. I disagree with that. See, there was a time in American history where really Americans really, it was no, man, okay, I'm gonna give you a great example. If you're old enough to remember, see, a lot of brothers, their first election might have been Obama, right? Because Obama might have been the last president of this. You brothers remember when a president would win, both sides would be fighting, Democrats and Republicans.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
But here's what I'm saying. But when the president, let's just say that the Republican president won, the Democrats would all be like, hey, you know what? That's our president. We got to put our differences aside, and we got to support our president to move forward. What just happened in this last election? Niggas are still Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Bro, could you imagine if people were still Bill Clinton supporters? Hey man, I'm still Al Gore.
Al Gore, yeah.
You be seeing Trump 2024.
That's what I'm saying, because that just goes to show you, people say, man, fuck that. I'm gonna be mad with y'all until it ain't no more. You know?
93 to infinity.
But that's a new spirit. That just shows you that the division is strong now. People are holding on to their differences in the name of, like, imagine you still being a Trump supporter. And like, what are you gaining by being a Trump supporter right now? Trump's just making money and shit for doing other. He's not even a politician anymore. But you still, Trump.
He never was a politician.
That's what I'm saying.
He was always a businessman.
That division is real, okay? Now we can go back to Isaiah 19. We're gonna work our way. You had something?
Yeah, I had a quick little precept. Just going back to where you was like, the kingdom of heaven is gonna be peace. It ain't gonna be nothing like this.
Yeah.
This Romans 14 and verse 17. For the kingdom of the Most High is not meat and drink, but righteousness and peace and joy in the Holy Spirit.
That's right. Because the kingdom starts with the wisdom and the law. That's what's gonna keep the peace. See, it ain't like I said. We get aside of ourselves and think, oh, it's because we're gonna be bigger than the people and stronger, and we're gonna have spiritual powers, and we could do it. No. That's all coming because why? Why are we getting spiritual powers? So we can obtain the law perfectly in ourselves. The law is gonna bring that peace. Because why? We're gonna be perfect amongst ourselves. You ain't gotta worry about a brother. You know, I'm not saying when I say brother, I'm talking brother across the board as in Israelites. But you ain't got to worry about your neighbor lusting after your woman, you know, trying to steal your goods, wanting you to fail. That's peace already. Okay? Now bring up, you had a precept, then we go back to Isaiah. Yeah, you good.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 in verse 9. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Because even like what the captain's going through the spirit, see, this spirit of sedition and separation, it's already been in these lands. Because, you know, like the captain said, America, in the sense that this side of the world was together when they had a common enemy, so to speak, being
the British.
England, being the British. So they gained up together and fought against them for their taxation rights. But then when you had a division within this new kingdom over slavery, they had to go to blows.
That's when it started.
And that's why this place will never have peace, because our people have been done so wrong in this land. The only way to cleanse this land of all the atrocities done against our people is by the bloodshed of those who brought it to us, man.
If I can say too, even in what was it, 20-year anniversary of 9/11?
Yeah.
People were together over fighting against the Taliban, fighting against so-called terrorism. But you got this anti-American spirit, like we would be called terrorists and you know all this, that, and the third. But now you got people that live here. They really hate this place, man. They really like
9/11, September the 12th, 2001 was the most togetherness you Americans have been probably in the last 100 years.
Yeah, because they showed that in like the baseball games, football games. Everybody got to the Bible cells when everybody got back in the prayer.
Bro, it was American flags everywhere.
Yeah. That was the most together since the Revolutionary War.
That's what I'm saying. So you know, with the whole 9/11 being that you brought that up, bro, I was meditating on that, and I said in my rib one night, I said everything between 9/12/01 and 9/11 2021, it didn't mean anything except the word coming out and the word coming and being pushed out. Everything else was in vain. The schooling that you did, relationships that you were in, friends, whatever, money, job, whatever, it was all in vain. So now you compare 9/12/2001, how together Americans were, to 9/11/2021. Hey man, on social media, the trending hashtag was all buildings matter. What? Because it's a slight at when Black Lives Matter, people in the world were basically saying, well, all lives matter. So then the trolling aspect of it was basically, well, all buildings matter. So people don't even mourn for 9/11.
It's a joke, man.
It's a joke now. That's how you know this is the time, man. You people can't be any more against each other. The only way y'all these Americans and people around the world could be more against each other is when you start really killing each other. Like when you really turn physical against each other, that's when it's going to go up a notch. And Esau's going to have to motivate you he's going to have to kind of nudge you to that point, you know?
Like the Purge movies.
Oh, yeah.
He nudged, that was a big nudge.
Yeah, when you watch all of those, the first Purge, the first Purge, they show you that. They're like, ain't nobody's doing that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like people love each other. That togetherness, the hood. Come on. I've been watching San Andreas. Sweet, remember, he was all about the hood on San Andreas. The hood. Come on, CJ. That's an example to show you how Jake was together. Don't nobody give a fuck about the hood. Don't nobody give a damn about anything except themselves. All right, keep going with what you have.
Isaiah 19. Oh, keep going there.
Oh, if it was any more than that, that was it on that. Then go back to that Isaiah.
Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Oh yeah, the city against city is about to increase, man. Wait until they make these mandates more serious and people begin to flee these cities.
Oh, you remember last year when the whole shit happened? It basically kicked off, right? You know, they were saying up there in New York that you couldn't come into the city.
Oh
yeah. You couldn't travel from New York. What's the other states? Yeah. New York, Connecticut, I think that.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, I think New Jersey was like it was that little fucking area right there.
Yeah.
They wasn't allowing anybody to come into the city.
See? Imagine when that turns violent. Imagine when you got people in Florida trying to get out of Florida for the sake of their life, and Georgia say you can't get in.
It's literally gonna be like
Black summer.
it's like fucking checkpoints, like the Mexico-Texas border. It's gonna be checkpoints in every state,
and it's gonna be personal, man.
That's crazy.
City against city, because see, when the scriptures speak about that city against city, these cities have spirits on them, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, the spirit of Atlanta, the spirit that's in Atlanta is not the spirit that's in. Give me another city somewhere else.
LA.
New York. Completely different spirit than in New York. New York is, even though we're both blue, considered blue areas, but nevertheless, it's apples and oranges.
You see that in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you a Cowboy fan? Don't go to Philly. Oh, you either getting beat up or real talk. I've seen cases where people got killed because they're Cowboy fans.
Right. Oh man, Raider Nation.
Right. That's a whole different.
And I forget the devil that he was called the king of propaganda. That's actually was his title. And he spoke in a book. It was a book. He spoke about tribalism, and Esau did that on purpose. With the brother speaking on about he purposely put these arenas in the cities. Because why? Like we were saying earlier about Isaiah 19 and him stripping the people of their religions, their spiritualities, what really connects you and keeps you at peace. And it took that away from the people and gave them what? Oh no, you could be a Braves fan. You could be a Hawks fan. Go Raider Nation. You know, Steelers, right? People that be their life, man. Hey man, a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Come on, man. They let it be known and they be everywhere. That's just to show you how tribalism works. So these cities have different spirits on them. When man, listen, man, you live in like the city that we live in here or Florida and these other regions that are, you know, a little loose with these mandates. Yeah. These other cities and states that are anti that shit, they might just start coming and laying down law. It's y'all's fault, man. Goddamn Texans.
Show that in Bushwick.
Yeah. It might have been him. It's type the king of propaganda. Yeah, he's like a German. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Because propaganda was a major thing in Nazi Germany.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, the Nazi Party.
It was a whole political party that came to rise. A lot of that was propaganda.
Mm-hmm. And all of this anti-vax versus pro-vax. This is all propaganda, man.
Setting the narrative.
Yeah, you go on social media, you click on these people that leave the comments, it'd be a page with 0 followers. They followed 6 people, 0 posts, don't got a picture, talking shit. And nah, man, take it, man. Mm-hmm. So we can get back to living life, man. The studies show that people that are unvaccinated, 99% of them are in the hospitals. Yeah. And you sitting there in your feelings arguing with it, not realizing. And that probably was a spam comment. A bot. Yeah. That Esau uses bots in his propaganda. Okay? But Esau wants the Lord wants that in the spirit, but Esau is the weapon that the Lord is using. Esau wants you all to go fist to face, man. Right. I was just watching it's a show on Netflix, mass like a priest or whatever. And everything shows you how in these churches, man, violence. How like Kingsman, all brothers know about Kingsman. They cut it up and everybody got violence in the church, man. You church people, man, y'all about to get violent because you're extremists. There's no such thing as a man. You a Christian today? If you a Christian in 2021, you an extremist, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are an enthusiast, extremist. If you're any religion right now, that's how Esau got you on his Project Megiddo. Because it's like, okay, Esau's looking at it like, bro, we done destroyed this religion shit. Your ass still believe that shit?
Yeah.
Bro, you an extremist, man. Watch him. Your ass might be a fucking Egyptologist, whatever it is, even us. If you believe in anything right now, you're an extremist in whatever you believe. We're extremists, and we're fine with that, okay? Was there any more than Isaiah 19? Let's go back to that second Ezra. Bring it out while he gets it up. Yeah, you go.
Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. Behold his soul, which is
Yeah, you got to.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Mm-hmm. And like Apostle Tahar said in that video, and a lot of brothers in the spirit, and that brother, he said, make no confusion. This is that time, man. Yeah. And he said in that same video, he said, I think Elder Ariella back in the day said, you gonna know this scripture, it ain't gonna be no, you gonna know in this scripture.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the last video. You shared that in the group.
Yeah.
He said you're gonna know when this scripture speaking. So clearly showing you that in the 80s and the mid 90s, this wasn't speaking. These words weren't speaking. Bro, these words are speaking.
Loud and clear.
I'm talking about they're speaking in ways that honestly, I always say in a sense of you like, you know what scripture? Give me Amos 7 and 17 real quick. Matter of fact, hold that. Amos 7 and 17. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 7 and 17. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
So now, years ago, we would bring up this precept. Yeah, and that's why, because our women are whores, man. The Lord, they sleep around, which that's a right breakdown. That's right. But now it's speaking in a whole nother, it's speaking louder. Now, literally, our women are whores. Right.
Back in those days, when someone did it secretly. It's kind of like
you know
what I'm saying? It was known, but it wasn't like as blatant as it is.
It was in the spirit of how the Lord saw them as whores. Right. They just had multiple rods. This harlotry now is true whoredom. Yeah. It's true. Pay to play.
It's glorified. Let's look at this chick, Brittany Renner, man. Like you can be a full-fledged whore out here and get 6 figures, 7 figures.
Only
be the woman. You want to say something about this?
Oh, I was just saying, like, we were speaking on that video Apostle Tahar did. He even said in that video, it was like, there's not much else for me to say. That's how you know all of this is happening. It was like, what else is?
Because see, our job, like I've said this before too. We're really party promoters. We're party promoters. It's our job to hit the streets and put the flyers up and get the as the scripture say in the parable of the wedding, bid them to the wedding. So we're like party promoters. But when the party's starting, you're not promoting anymore. Like, hey man, buy some tickets to the show. When's the show? Oh, it's right now. Okay, well you might catch some people, but you can't sell tickets to something that's happening right now. That's actually scalping.
It's live.
It's live. It's going on. Okay.
It ain't slacking.
Come on. But that scripture, like I say, these scriptures are taking a whole another, when you build muscles, you get muscles. Sometimes your muscle might not get bigger, but it'll get denser. It'll get hard. Like, it takes years to get hard muscles. So you can build muscle, but it takes some time of continuously bench pressing. That's how you get hardened muscles. These words are starting to take another level of density. Like now, like I say, women are true life whores out here. Social media, social media shows you that, bro. I was talking to this brother, and I was saying there used to be a time when you go online, you might see it. We all men look at the same woman shaking ass. Like you see, some girl starts shaking ass. To the point now, it's like twerk team, bro. It was the twerk team. It was Miss Twerk son. That was pretty much it. Now, bro, I believe in the spirit that damn near most women are just straight up and down whore bags, man. Yeah. You want to make a point, brother?
I was just looking at something with my sister last night, and she said this girl looks just like this person she brought up on the phone, Jessica Rabbit. There's a
Yeah.
There's a movie called Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
And in the movie, there's an actual whore, and her big lips, eyelashes, big ass,
small
snatch
waist.
you know, long hair, and they all look exactly like that. And it's just a spirit because she played the whore, and all these women look exactly like her. You know, so I just wanted to bring that up.
Hey, because you know, brother, if your brother's up, I know you probably remember if you're old enough. Remember Married with Children?
Yeah.
Remember? You remember his daughter? Yeah. Her. Remember how she would come on the crowd? She had a little short, slutty dress. But see, back in the day, that was the sign to let you know, like, oh, she's a slut. Right. She's a slut. She's easy. I can pay for it.
As a matter of fact, I can tell you that in the Sirach, I can tell you about the lipstick and basically the eye.
Yeah. See, so again, I just wanted to bring out that point to show you how years ago we used to bring it out like, oh, no, this Lord is talking about how women are basically, you know, they sleep around. They have their whore and harlots because they sleep around, right? They're unclean. They've had multiple rods. This is now leveling up to the point where, man, women are legitimately turning into whores. Y'all seen that clip with Chico Bean and them on the 85 show? I might share it in the group later. He went into the crowd and he was like, you know, asking women, he was like, you know, what it take to get with you? So one bitch, $500, the whole crowd. Damn, that's all it takes is $500. Show me your cash app. Show me your cash. And then he kept going around women. Shit, $500. Shit. They were literally showing like everything is all got a price tag on it. It's no shame. It's no shame on the price tag on it either. All right. Now let's go back into that Second Ezra.
Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Yeah, because it's more of the people than it is the police. And every day more and more police quit. So that means it's gonna get to a point one day, the city of Atlanta might only have 100 cops.
Oh, you had that man that got shot like 2-3 weeks ago in Atlanta, and he got put on hold for 911.
See? Yeah, there you go. They're not going to regard anything, man, because it's more in that mob than it is in the police and the army, man. All right? These people are going to turn wild, as the scripture. So you get 2 Peter's, what is that, 2? No, 2 Peter's 3, what is that, brute beast? 2 Peter's 2, I think it's 2, right? Double check. 2 Peter's 2 and 12. 2 and 12.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 12. But these, as natural brute beasts.
This is another scripture. See, years ago, you read this, and it's still, it's not that, no, that breakdown's off, brother. No, it's taking it up a notch. See, years ago, you'd be like, yeah, Jake, man. Jake is like animals, man. Jake will have sex with anything, he'll eat anything. They're just animalistic. See? Key word, animalistic. Right. Now we're in a time in 2021 going to 2022. No, these people are animals. Yeah, and they're turning into animals. We don't know what this COVID 1984 is going to do for the people, man. We don't know what these people are about to turn into. The first thing we were talking about last week at camp, brother looked up what makes you a psychopath. Basically, this you could see that this job is taking the empathy, the empathy out of the people. So what is that? What if you don't have any empathy? You know, you don't understand that we're humans. You lost the connection that we're human beings. So what are you? Animal.
Because the scriptures even say, the animals don't have understanding.
Yeah.
That's what this.
Animals have no understanding. We are upright because we have the law, statutes, and commandments. Right.
You remember that show Walking Dead when they went to the CDC? When he was explaining to them what happens to the brain when they died.
Yeah.
He was like, you see, because they had the before and after with his wife.
Right.
And he was like, you see how the brain lit up gold and all that. When they died, it lit up red.
Yeah, I remember that.
He said that they can move. Basically, all they do is live off of instinct.
Yeah.
The instinct they know is
is to eat flesh.
Right.
And that's animalistic.
That's animalistic.
It's animal spirit. That's the spirit of how animals are. Animals aren't as thoughtful as we are. Now, some animals are extremely smart and intelligent, but nonetheless, they're not on our level.
It's still animal.
They're still animals.
Like for instance, let's say that the monkey, or the, what is it?
Monkey or the gorilla.
Whatever is smarter, but the motherfuckers still be picking bugs off each other.
Yeah.
They even goddamn ticks and shit.
Eating out of their ass,
Right.
peeing on each other and shit. Because it's the law and the Lord. The scriptures say that in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, that there's different flesh. One for birds, one for fish. We are a specific flesh that the Lord created, and he made us upright. Yeah. But when you're not upright in these laws, statutes, commandments, you become what? A brute beast. And these people, man, I wouldn't be surprised coming in the next near months. These people might start walking on all fours. Bro, that show, Mass, it's a terrible show. I might not recommend it, but it's on Netflix and it's about a priest. But at the end, it was a virus that broke out on the people and they all turned mad. But here's the kicker. Some of the people on it, they were like, yeah, I feel it. Like, I know it's in me, like you were saying. But then it was like, I'm not going to do it. So to go to show you, it's a spirit on you that makes you just go berserk. See, when these people lose their minds and they just start humping on everything and eating everything, drinking blood. The scriptures tell you they're gonna drink blood.
That's that comment crossed that the brother.
Yes.
They're conscious of what they're doing.
They're conscious,
but they act like brute beasts.
Mm-hmm. Keep going with that.
2 Peter 2:12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not.
Oh, because now these people, right? Like I like to call them, the non-organic ones, right? If the Lord said, like again, if your mama gave you a macaroni and cheese recipe, right, and it calls for a cup of noodles and 2 eggs and a fourth a cup of butter and a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper.
I break it down now.
Hey, well, you get what I'm saying, but in the spirit of it, I'm saying because and there's certain things that you cook, it's all the same. Think about it. Macaroni and cheese is macaroni and cheese. But if you decide, I like to put a little paprika in mine. It's not mine no more. So the Lord has a specific recipe of what makes you a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Now that you inserted something different into you, bro, what the hell are you? You are a beast that says what? Made to be destroyed. Because you aren't what the Lord said. Like I said, it's that simple. And my mama said, this is how she makes her macaroni and cheese. But I decide,
I'm gonna change it up.
I'm gonna put heavy cream in it instead of milk. That ain't her mac and cheese no more. It's the same thing. The Lord, man, he cooked us up a certain way. Matter of fact, get that in the scriptures, the potter's clay. Yeah, keep going while he gets that.
And shall utterly perish in their own corruptions.
In their own corruption. Because those decisions that you made, hey, the decision to get that that shot, that juice, man, that was a bad decision.
Right.
All right. Now the Lord may have mercy on some that take it. Because shit, the way that it's looking right now in the world, shit, billions of people got that shit. So the Lord may have mercy. The Lord said he will have mercy on who he will have mercy on. So it's not like, first of all, that's why it's important for you to know exactly what the MOTB is and what it's not. You can't just cover everything under the MOTB because it goes inside of you. The MOTB is the one where there's no coming back from. You got that?
Yeah.
No. That's it. What does it say is a potter's clay?
We're talking about.
Matter of fact, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Go to Romans, the first chapter, where they worship the creature.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's fine too. All right, because the Lord made us a certain way. That's why we walk the way that we do. Because even in that, the Lord made us a certain way to be.
Right.
Not only are we humans, but we're also Israelite men. So within even that, there's a way to live. Anything outside of fearing Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, and keeping his commandments is beastly. Simple.
They say they think that this thing is evolution.
Yeah.
They think we're evolving into something new and better. And this thing, society is going to another level.
Yeah, transhumanism. Right. But the Lord is not with transhumanism. All All right, Revelation the 13th chapter is anti-transhumanism. But that you think that that's what this evolution is, like the brother's going into. That it's just a next market in technological advances, man. Well, at some point you gotta stop. At some point you just be like, nah, this is where it stops, bro.
It gets to a point it's just inherently unnatural.
Yeah. But you people,
It's too much technology.
yeah, it's too much, man. I don't need to swipe my hand and doors open and shit, man. All right, you got that?
Romans 1 and 20. Go to the point.
And just go straight to the point.
25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the Creator more than the creature more than the Creator.
And that's Jake, man. Jake worships the creature. That's why you'll see videos from time to time where men will see somebody in the world will see Chris Brown or somebody and just fall out.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, whoever, yeah.
One little nigga saw the baby.
No, yeah.
Little nigga was about to cry, man. I was like,
Is it you, bro? But then you tell me, well, the Lord created the baby that you like so much. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear all that.
I don't want to hear all that. God ain't real. That's brute beast energy, man. And the Lord, and what do you do when you have a beast, man? Do you do beasts in the field and beasts in the forest? Do they got the same rights as humans? Like when your dog bites somebody, do they take your dog to court and put him on a stand and ask him questions about why the hell he bit the person? No, the law is the animal bit somebody. Hey man, euthanize his ass, put his ass down. That's what Esau really about to do to a lot of you people, man. He just gonna euthanize you. Because you're an animal now. You're animals. Wait until what's in you really grows, man. See, we're gonna see it happen, man. We're gonna see. That's why Ezra was like, woe unto me, woe unto the world, because he might have saw what these people about to happen, what's gonna happen to these people. There's a show on Netflix with this demon. You brothers have probably seen it in the horror section. It's fucking devil got horns growing out of his head and shit. He just woke up and he had horns growing out of his head. You know what I'm talking about? You know the movie I'm talking about? It's a movie where he just out of nowhere just grew fucking goat horns out of his head.
I don't know the name.
I can't think
of the name. I know what you're talking about. But you've seen it. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You've seen the picture.
I don't know the name.
But yeah, like you people, man, you might start growing tails and horns and shit.
What's that? Daniel, what, the fourth chapter with Belshazzar?
Yeah, he turned him into a bird, man.
That shit's scary.
Yeah. Like that movie from the 80s, Aliens with Sigourney Weaver, where this alien just came, this beast just came out of somebody, just popped out of somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a video game back in the 80s called Altered Beast, if any brothers can remember. And you would get these like power pills and it would literally turn this man into like a beast.
See? Werewolves.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember that movie Slice?
Mm-hmm.
No. That movie Species.
Yeah. She became something. Oh, she was the species.
She got pregnant.
Oh,
yeah.
That was Splice.
No, that
No,
was
Species.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's an older one.
Splice,
she did the same thing.
Like the same thing.
That's how she killed old boy.
Keep going here.
Esau nasty.
Esau gay.
Esau is a natural born beast.
Romans.
No, go back to the second.
Well, actually, brother got that.
You got it. You when I was looking for it.
Oh, Isaiah 29:16.
It might be read it and see what it says.
Okay, so I'll get it.
Yeah, these people are gonna turn into brute beasts. Thus saith the Lord. So like I said, in our minds, we just think of sometimes we can be too spiritual. Sometimes the Lord is certain scriptures are very spiritual and allegorical and metaphors, and then it's like, nah, you thought it was an allegory. You thought it was a metaphor. No, I really mean they're going to be brute beasts. Because the Lord is sometimes the scriptures say the simplicity of Yahweh Shai. Sometimes us in our small realm overcomplicate things. And this is what's going to happen. And, we see the scriptures and man, jail, bro. The scriptures say we're going, 10 days, bro. Bro, you got to, we got to, you might get put in a jail. Go. Your mind take you to Guantanamo Bay.
Right. Yeah.
That's how the mortal thoughts of men are.
Sing.
Yeah, you gonna be in Sing Sing, bro. You gonna be in Oz, bro.
You gonna be in Patmos.
Scripture Let it be plain upon the tables.
That's it, man.
The
So
word is plain.
This word is plain. So it's like sometimes we complicate it. Like, nah, Lord, I really meant no. Literally, I'm going to turn him into Brew Beach. Relax, brother. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 29:16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Mhm.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not?
That's it.
Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
That's it. That's it. That's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's it. The Lord framed us. So when the Lord framed you a certain way, if you think about it, you have certain things in the world called counterfeits. Counterfeits are close, but not it. Think about it. You could have a Louis Vuitton bag or a Louis Vuitton belt or some shoes and some bootleg somewhere. Hey, some good bootlegs some good counterfeits are expensive.
Yeah.
If you got a woman, you know that. A woman will let you know, like, she will show you a counterfeit Louis Vuitton bag, and that shit will cost $400 or $500. And it's counterfeit, but it's a good counterfeit. So you can't do the same thing. Well, nah, the Lord made it this way. Nah, well, you know, I'm gonna change it a little bit, make the arm a little longer. You can't do that. That's what Esau's doing. Matter of fact, when you get Genesis 3 and somebody get Genesis 3 and 22, you bring out what you got.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, start at verse 13. For what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High, or who can think what the will of the Lord is?
Woo, that's a good one.
What you reading up?
What's that?
Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 13.
That's it right there.
Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 14. For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. Because even, with us, we know in part and prophesying part, in which, through the Spirit, Yahweh Shah is giving us a great understanding, especially in these times. But like the captain said, we don't know exactly how everything's going to play out, man.
Yeah.
And to be frank, there's a certain level of spiritual excitement that comes with the anticipation of the return of our Lord, man. That's how the Most High helps keep us, prevent us from being disenchanted and disheartened. Yeah. It's like we always got something to look forward to, man. Like even when shit fall down and collapse, like, oh look, that shit crumbling, that shit crumbling, that shit crumbling. But even like what brothers going into it, as far as even the unity in the spirit, this small sanctuary is getting stronger and stronger day by day.
And it was 144 that went by too on that big old white truck.
That's the spirit.
Yep.
Like I was saying to the captain here, I was saying that's why the Lord sees us as calls us the children of Israel, because children have major imaginations. Children have the imagination. Children, you can give a child a box and a Sharpie and a blanket, and
they in space.
They in space. They might be underwater. It might be a camp, a castle, because of the imagination. So in our minds in the spirit, you could get too imaginative of what you read, and then you might put fears on you that the Lord is like, bro, chill, relax. That's why when Ezra was getting fearful, what did the angel of the Lord say to Ezra, man? All right, he told him to basically present thee as a man. He told him, man up, because there's a level of sobriety and graveness and seriousness and precision calculation that comes with being a man. Yeah. See, that's like I said, but at the same time, like the brother said, trust me, we're all children. I don't give a damn. Hey, you could have been teaching this word 100 years. You're still a child in the eyes of the Lord. We're still the Lord's children.
Right.
All right. Now let's go back to read that in Genesis real quick.
Genesis 3 and 22. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said, behold, the man is good. The man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken.
Now, if you understand Skull and Bone secret society, what is the number that's what is the number that's linked to them? 322.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is it 322, I believe? I think Skull and I think it's 322. Right? Because the elite, they look at this scripture as when this is the enlightenment of men. Matter of fact, somebody look that up. Look up Skull and Bone 322. See if a picture is typically like a ring or something or something. Make sure I'm correct. Fact check, yeah. Snap moment. Or what is that? What is that website? Is always technically.
You talking about this one right here?
That's it.
Yep.
322 under the Skull and Bone. Sure. Because the elite with the Skull and Bone and their secret societies, they're referencing Genesis, the 3rd chapter, the 22nd verse. Read that again.
Genesis 3:22. It says, "And the Lord power said, Behold, the man is become as one of us."
The man has become as one of us. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
To know good and evil.
So this is after Adam and Eve did what they did. Right? Go ahead.
It says, "And now, lest he put forth his hand."
That's why they celebrate through the symbol on your iPhones, the apple that is bitten. Because that's when they believe that was an important moment. And that was really an important moment for Esau. It was a great downfall for us, but hell, Esau had a hell of a come up by that moment in the garden. So that's something for them to celebrate. This is another point with the Skull and Bone to show you that they are the devil.
Yep.
Keep going.
Yep. It says, "And now lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever."
Esau want to live forever.
What's that white devil that had all the marks on
David Rockefeller. That old nigga.
He had like 7 or 8 fucking heart transplants.
I think he had 9.
This nigga tried to live forever, man.
Yeah, shit. His ass probably still alive. Jeff Bezos said the same thing too. Yeah, he want to live forever. He's developing a medicine to expand your life to at least 150 years old or something like that.
He showed you in that movie with Johnny Depp. Was it Transcendence?
Transcendence.
Where he basically put his so-called he put his living soul into a computer. Mm-hmm. And I think there was another one with
just so they can do that shit now in real life.
Oh, with the guy who plays Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Yeah, I watched that one.
Was it good?
It was straight.
Yeah.
And Esau got the technology that I won't say that. I'll say this in the spirit. Esau got technology that we don't know that's high level, man. Right. Even just on a low level thing like a computer. See, Jake be in college and they get them Jake get them a basic MacBook Pro and think they doing shit. Then they on a level. The MacBook Pro costs all of $1,700. And you think you got a super Go on the Mac. They got that tower. They got a tower in Mac that's $50,000. That ain't the computer. That ain't the screen. That ain't the keyboard. Sure. That is literally just a tower. $50K just for that. What the hell does that do? Wow. You sure as hell ain't just watching porn and world star hip hop videos on that shit.
That's Black Mirror shit.
That's some Black Mirror shit, man. That shit you can put your blood in it and probably.
Just like that one episode on Black with the little egg. Mm-hmm. And do shit like that.
Yeah, or the dude that had the video game and he put himself. He took his co-worker. He's like, I'll show y'all. Damn. I mean, he put him he was captain whatever. He had him on a little spaceship.
Oh yeah, that was the first episode.
He took the one chick's coffee cup, took her DNA off of it, and put it in her computer, and a portion of her was enslaved in that computer.
Damn. That shit was crazy.
That was when I was kind of like you, like I can't really watch this. I can't really watch Black Mirror. That episode kind of fucked with my head. I ain't gonna lie. But where were we at?
That episode was crazy.
But yeah, the reason why I brought this out is Esau, when he looked at, now go from there. Matter of fact, hold that and go to Genesis, the 1st chapter, when it speaks about man being naked.
Verse 27.
Yeah, like Genesis 1 and 27.
26. Yeah. This is Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
You hear that? So in Genesis, the 1st chapter, it's going to say there, read it from the top again.
Genesis 1 and 26. And God said,
now we know that in the Hebrew there for God, Alahayim, right? The powers, right? Because again, a meaty point is that the Most High, the Heavenly Father didn't create. He didn't make his grand appearance until Genesis, the 2nd chapter. So the 1st chapter is all the works of Yahweh Shai and the holy angels and the elect. So the Lord literally gave him, here's the blueprint.
Mhm.
This is what we're building on, the fact that the Lord gave a blueprint on how humans are to be. Because it says right here, make them in our image. So they're based, it's based upon the spiritual world and the physical world. Keep going in that.
And it says, let us.
Yep. Keep going.
It says, let us make man in our image.
Yeah, that word R too. R, it was just the most high.
Yeah. So the Lord already had it set up. The Lord was already no beginning, no ending. And he created Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
And Yahweh Shai created the elect and the holy angels, because they were already, like the Lord said in the New Testament. He said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. So that means that that Yahweh Shai is a splitting image of the Heavenly Father, as it is, as let your will be done, as it is in heaven, as it is in earth. So the Lord already had that formula perfected in Genesis, the 1st chapter. Finish that over, we're going to go back to that Genesis, the 3rd chapter.
Let us make man in our image, after our likeness.
After our likeness, these non-organic people, what likeness are they in?
Yeah.
Darkness.
What are you? See, right now it's cool, you know, we can look at the people, right now it's an argument right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fuck you, man. Go ahead and get it, man. The reason, how much more? You know, Stephen A. Smith. I'm just extremely mad at Kyrie. You know, what more research do you need? You know, what more research do you need? Just take the goddamn shot.
What research did you do?
Right.
You know, that's the spirit. Right now, it's just, see, one side look like they winning. Like, yeah, you not, yeah, you anti, y'all are losers, man. Y'all not getting paid, y'all can't go nowhere, y'all losers. All right, wait till that ball go back across the field. Wait till the possession changes. Let's just see, because you people, you people that have this potion in you. You aren't made in the likeness. Even Esau and the heathens are made in the likeness of Yahweh Shai and the angels through Yahweh.
Yeah.
But it's obviously there's separations between us and so on and so forth. Right. But nevertheless, a human is a human, man.
Yep.
All right, a man has whatever chromosomes, and a woman has whatever chromosomes. A man has testicles and a penis. Simple shit. Esau changed this. The so-called white man said, "No, that wasn't perfect. That wasn't perfect." All right, you can finish that off.
It says, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Now, this devil, through his inoculations or whatever, if he puts other DNA and other things in you to change your DNA to whatever that is, you might now be one of those. You might be part bird, part fish, part whatever. And who was given a dominion over the other fishes? I mean, in the senses of now you're treading into other jurisdictions in the spirit, if that makes sense. Because Leviathan was given a portion of right. He was given a portion of jurisdiction over the animals. Like, we know us as humans, we're considered Enoch, man, and we were given the dominion over everything. But even within that, if you're no longer a human, that dominion don't apply to you no more.
No, that's the spirit, right?
So really, what are you? You're a brute beast.
You spliced your ass.
All right, now read that in Genesis 3:22 again, because like I said, that's why the skull and bones, they have the skull and bone with the 3:22, because this scripture, because they said, nah, Genesis the 1st chapter, it wasn't perfect. So let's turn the men into women, turn the men into women, turn the women into men. Hell, if some men want to turn into animals, let it be. If some women want to be insects, let it be. Because he said that Genesis the 1st chapter wasn't perfect. You got to pay for that, Esau. That's blasphemy. That's really the true blasphemy of the Holy Spirit right there. You really said the Lord's work was shoddy. You really said, hey, well, you know, humans, man being man and women being women, that's really shoddy work. Let me fix it. Keep going.
Genesis 3:22. It says, and the Lord power said, said, behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil, and now lest Now lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever.
Yeah, because the serpent was what? The most subtle beast in the field. All right? And would lay on, the Lord cursed him to his belly, and he shall eat dust. All right? Keep going.
Therefore the Lord power sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken.
Mm-hmm.
So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life.
And that's it. So that's just go to show you how this devil, he saw the Lord's potter's clay that the Lord used and said, I know that's a female woman, put a penis on it. Bring it out.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yeah, and that's Esau, man. That is you, Esau, man. All right? See, in a sense, even in the other nations, like when you look at like Xerxes and these other grandiose kings in history, they had a spirit of that they were the king god and all that, but it still wasn't to the point that Esau is. Like Eastern, like Elam kings and these other kings of other nations, they reach a level of grandeur, but it's never to the point where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna change humans. I'm gonna change animals. I'm gonna change. Matter of fact, give me that in Daniel 7 and 25. All right, because this devil, he took it to places that it didn't have to be. Because the pride in him. Matter of fact, if somebody get Habakkuk, go back to Habakkuk 2. All right.
Daniel 7 and 25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Now, see, that's what the brother just read. That I shall sit in the tabernacles of the temple of the Lord and be God.
I'll tell you that in Isaiah 14.
Mm-hmm.
And Obadiah.
Yep. That's the pride of Esau. Nobody's as proud as Esau. All right. That's why only way that we can combat his pride is by being humble. You can't match pride with pride and think that's going to win. See, what defeats this so-called white man in his society is us being humble, being meek. I was joking with my rib. We were joking the other day in the group, and I was laughing. And I was like, you know what? The secret agents and all these different federal agents that read it, that watch our threads and all that. I said they probably be reading our thread and like, bro, they really just. It was when we were joking on Jimmy Carter. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's probably some agent somewhere reading our thread and like, bro, they really just be cracking jokes and
Scriptures.
and putting scriptures in. Sometimes they got a health group and they talk about herbs.
They got movies.
And they have
books.
we're like a special book club, man.
Yo, they be posting videos of playing ball and healthy foods.
How do you like? That's why I said it. His money, like, man, we can't get no dirt on it.
Man, that's beautiful. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Where were we at? Oh no, you would read that again in Daniel. We'll get you in a second.
Daniel 7 and 25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they should be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
See, other nations will do what? Change. Every nation under the see. Why does this not apply to the Egyptians? The Egyptians had their own calendar, right? The Egyptians had a 10-day. The Egyptians had a 10-day week, but that doesn't apply to the Egyptians because the Egyptians' time and like the Chinese. You think the Lord? You can't say that applies to the Chinese because the Chinese say what? Their New Year starts in the spring, right? They have their own. It's in the spring. It's not. Yeah. It's not January 1st. This devil said, nah, I'm going to make this time change for everybody. Other nations will be like, no, this is what our calendar is. Like, for instance, in the ancient world, we had our calendar. Like, our calendar is our calendar. We base our calendar and time off of the moon. Now, of course, other nations follow suit because, again, we all were in that Genesis, the first chapter. We all came out of Genesis, the first chapter. Everybody love to say we came out of Adam. So of course we all have traditions amongst each other that are similar. But Esau said, nah, hell no. The day's gonna end at midnight. Right?
Made the whole world drunk.
Yeah. January. How is it that we're in the 10th month? But we just like think about it. We're allegedly in the 10th month of the year. But we literally just started fall. Yeah. So technically, we're supposed to cover the whole season of fall and the whole season of winter between now and January 1st. If January 1st was the beginning of the year. Yeah. Esau said, I'm going to change all this shit up, man. I'm going to change what a man is and I'm going to change what a woman is. I'm going to change what animals do, where animals be at. I'm just change everything, man. You got to pay for all that shit. All right? Bring that into Habakkuk.
Book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It will not tarry. That's right. Keep going.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
There's nothing upright about it. Because nobody took it as far as this devil took it. That's why the world is in the shape that it's in. That's why you know that Habakkuk is speaking of right now. Habakkuk words are literally important right now. You know what, the spirit, if you brothers can remember, we're not nowhere, we're not elders, we're not old or anything like that in the spirit. But can you remember when we used to read these scriptures down at like 5 Point and CNN? Bro, more people would engage. More people would engage. We read Habakkuk, and the Lord said that the word, it's for an appointed time. Oh, really? How you know it's that time? It would be interaction. But now that we're actually in the appointed time, nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to talk because why? The words is talking. And that's how you know we ain't got much time to be talking.
That's right,
Nobody wants to talk about that sign anymore. You might get a few here and there, but nobody wants to talk.
Keep going, bro. But the just shall live by his faith.
Exactly. Now we're living in a time to tell you in Second Ezra about the visit. The Lord's going to visit the earth. We always go into it, but that word visit literally means he's going to show you.
Because these people don't believe. This is probably the most ever on the planet Earth that people don't believe in God. Think about that. Like we said earlier when we were reading Isaiah the 19th chapter, that the idols shall melt. Even as it was at Psalms 96, it says that the idols of the nations are the gods of the nations are idols. But still, even in the spirit of it, when you read about the Philistines and you read about these other nations, they would always give reverence or to Darius. And yeah, we got our idols, but we know that the power of Yahweh, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the true power. These people out here don't know. Go ahead, bro.
First Samuel with Dagon.
I love that. I love that account. They had Dagon, and then the Lord. They had the Ark of the Covenant, and then the Lord was knocking over the Dagon and cut him up and all that and stuff. But these people knew that there was a God. These people don't believe. If you're a male in 2021 saying that you believe in God, people will look at you like you're weird, man.
Same thing in the book of Jonah.
Yeah.
They knew, like, oh, you worship that power?
You're the reason why this is happening.
See, it ain't like that no more.
They even knew Jonah, like, bro, why are you going against that power, bro? We even know not to go against that power.
Rahab the harlot?
Yep, she knew.
You see what I'm saying? It was a time where the world knew, bro. It was a time where all the world knew about Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, they knew Yahweh.
Yeah, the world knew about what happened in Exodus.
Yeah, they knew about the flood, Egypt, like the brother's saying, but here we are today, and these people don't even literally believe that there is a God. That's how far removed we are, okay? Because of Esau. That ain't our fault. Shit, Esau beat our religion out of us. All right? Now where we at? Yeah.
Up to 2 and verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death,
As death, man.
and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah, you can't be. This devil can't be satisfied. You think Jeff, if I woke up with Jeff Bezos' money, I wouldn't do shit, man. I'd be straight.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it'd be, man, hey, that's how you know that his desire that's talking about the so-called white man. That's how you know that is because any Jake, man, it is literally anti us in the spirit. It's anti our DNA. Bro, if I was worth, how much is Jeff Bezos worth? Like it's at least 100 billion.
Way more than that.
Yeah, it's way more than that,
like
right?
At least 200-300 billion.
Right, he's up there. It's like $200-300 billion. He's worth.
You said who?
Jeff Bezos.
He's up there.
But nevertheless, it's a lot of money, bro. If nah, it's yeah.
He gave that. He gave that bitch 100 billion.
Yeah, because Mark Zuckerberg is worth like 93 billion.
Oh, I was thinking of him.
Yeah,
It's $191.5 billion.
So basically $200 billion, bro. If I had $200 billion, there would not be a person in Atlanta with less than $100,000, man.
Right.
Think about that. You know yourself that's true, bro. If you had $200 billion, bro, ain't no such thing as a poor man. I'm just giving everybody. You know, they be lining up just $100,000 for you, $100,000 for you, $100,000 for you.
I don't even want to see no more. I don't want that to cross my vision. I got that much money.
Come on, man.
He's also a wicked king.
He's wicked. He's a wicked king.
The people mourn him.
Yeah. That's why Esau, man, in the kingdom of heaven, man, half of the time is we gonna be breaking up fights with y'all, beating up on each other, man.
Right.
Cause you're gonna keep that same pride spirit and be blamed. It's your fucking fault. No, it's you, devil. It's your French fault. No, you goddamn Germans. You know, it's the Russians. Y'all gonna be fighting. And I can't wait. Let's go back to the second episode. Oh man, I'm gonna encourage it, man. It's gonna be Squid Games in the kingdom, man.
It's the game like a motherfucker.
Oh man, that's gonna be our. I saw that show and I was like, bro, that's gonna be our entertainment. Ain't gonna be no TV and internet in the kingdom. What we gonna be doing? Putting these Edomites and these heathens in showcases, man. You might have your train. You might have your good house slave. You train them up. You eat good, drink beer and shit. But put them. I got a heathen that you can go against your heathen. Let's do it.
Get your biggest man against my biggest.
Yeah, get your biggest man. That's what they did to us.
Yeah. I think either Apostle Ramla or Apostle Gabar, I think like 2 weeks ago, he was basically going into how in the Greek God means theos, stuff like that. He said our power is dramatic.
Oh yeah.
So naturally we're gonna be dramatic as well.
Oh man, we're gonna put
Esau through some shit, through Maze Runner and shit.
But you know what, brother? that's right. What we were talking about earlier in the camp today. Because we're a drama-filled people, man.
Yep.
We're drama-filled, we're dramatic, everything's gotta be over the top.
Entertaining.
And then unfortunately, like we were saying, that spirit can sometimes get amongst us in the body. So you gotta just check it. I understand, man. Sometimes you just be yearning for drama in your life.
It can be boring.
Sometimes, right? It is what it is. Sometimes the Lord might cause some drama in the camp, just for the fun, for shits and giggles. Let's just see how men handle it. You be, oh man, I can't believe this shit. You pulling your hair out, not realizing the Lord just threw some excitement, bro. It's 12 months in a year. We need any and everything to get this prison sentence done, man.
Done.
It's called,
and it was just all pieces.
it's called stimulation.
Yeah. If it was all good all the time, bro, we would probably die out of boredom. We just stay in the house, stay away from each other, eat a boring food, live a boring life. That's not life, man.
You want to really appreciate it.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a bitch to just go crazy in your life just to
say fuck you.
Sometimes. Yeah. You know? But let's get back to the script. Let's go back to that second Ezra.
Second Ezra's
15 and verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. I'll read it again. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Keep going.
It says, A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation.
Keep going.
Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them.
It's that valley of Jehoshaphat. Yep, keep going.
It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also in recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord power.
Yeah, because you touched the apple of the Lord's anointing. Again, and we're gonna probably close up here in a second, but I'm pretty sure brothers parking is about to fail, so we're gonna probably close up in a second. But that's why it's important. Matter of fact, read that again. I lost my point.
It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen.
That's it. Because wow, hey man, brothers, they push these mandates. You see what's going on in with the schools in California. Yeah. You see, they're not even allowing you to see your baby in New York without having that potion in you. And man, don't get shook up because why? Like the brother was saying earlier, sudden destruction. The Lord, we're the apple of the Lord's eye, man. You think the Lord is cool with you pushing these type of decrees and mandates on us? You putting a lot of Israelites in bad situations. But of course, the elect gonna get through it. All right. But nevertheless, you can't put these type of things out there and think that you could just even a demon, even the most wicked of Israel. It's not on you to do that shit to him. Yeah. All right. Matter of fact, for closing, we gonna close with Isaiah 10, unrighteous decree. 10 and 1. We're gonna close up.
I got it. This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees in their right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yeah, keep going.
To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
To take away the right from the poor of my people. You gotta pay that. It says, woe unto you. See, Esau, these laws are wicked. Like see, passing laws to make homosexuality and those things lawful, that's wicked. But if we're being honest, it indirectly affects us. You know, it indirectly affects us. These people being homos or whatever, it's wicked and it's unrighteous, but it doesn't affect us directly. These decrees are affecting brothers and sisters directly now.
You start messing with your livelihood, the health of your children, the well-being, the whatever you were given.
It's a messing with that, man. So, hey, man, hold strong, man, because hey, the Lord ain't gonna allow this devil to continue to pass these unrighteous decrees and push us into a corner, man. He's falling, not us. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close up. We're gonna give all the glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
All right, double honors unto our elders and apostles.
Shalom.